Something like that.
We had a new liner put in our pool this fall, so my pool was just an empty pit of death all summer long because it's so much rain here that they couldn't get near it. They couldn't fix it until just like a couple of weeks ago. It's fun. Don, did you get my text about the maps?
Yeah, I didn't have my phone with me most of the day. I just saw it. Those are cool.
Yeah, and the maps are fitting perfectly. So we're on the run. Don and I are on the run up to Archon. We're both DMing. Hey, by the way, I did get an email back from Dave Schaffner. He is not GMing anything at Archon. He won't be GMing anything until Command Con in November out at Fort Leonard Wood, I think. So we have to look into that. Nothing's posted. Chuck, how was your weekend, man?
Daikon.
Yeah, we'll see him at Daikon.
It was
How was your weekend, man? You do anything fun?
No, pretty much just lounged around.
Nice. Sometimes those are the best ones.
Yeah, the last couple of weekends have been full of driving to Dallas and bowling tournaments, so it was nice to be able to lounge on the couch for a while.
Yep, I heard that. It was.
What's the temperature like by you, Chuck?
It's been over 100 for the past week, and it looks like it will be over 100 for the next week.
We're getting 90 plus this week here in St. Louis.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Yeah, we're doing 102, 103 with heat advisories up to surface of the sun. So it is a typical summer in Houston.
It's horrible.
You know,
I gotta move to Canada.
It is kind of sticky. I gather. I'll give you that, but I still think it's better than 5 feet of snow and wind that cuts through everything you're wearing to chill your bones the second you walk outside.
Oh no! Give me some of that lake effect snow any day.
No, you can have it. That's why you live up where you live. And I live down here.
It's not snowy enough in St. Louis. I want to move to Wisconsin or Winnipeg.
Yeah, you told me that. Right.
Antarctica.
Generally, the people I know who like snow are ones that didn't grow up shoveling it. But you're not in that category.
I'm not in that category. No, I grew up in Chicago alongside Dan, and we had our lake effect snow back then. Now, of course, he lives in Florida now. Doesn't get any snow. So maybe he shoveled more than I did.
You're just.
No, I did not move here by choice. So.
Oh, it was the court order. Parole board said, "All right, we're going to let you out, but you have to."
There's only one state left you can live in.
We've enumerated all of your various bench warrants, and you've eliminated residency in all but one state.
Oh, by the way, I think I was supposed to let you guys know that I'm a never mind, registered.
Dude, no. Thankfully for you, Florida doesn't have any laws, so you can, you'll be fine.
That's why it's the last state for me.
Gordon, there he is.
Hey,
welcome, dude.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome. Did you have a good weekend?
Yep, went camping.
Well, yeah. Are you guys still out, or did you get home?
We're back. We're here.
Excellent.
I can tell by the background.
Yeah.
That is not your camper.
That's true. No, well, I mean, they could be camping and not necessarily inside the camper right this second.
He's got the popcorn finish and the trim along the top. And
how can you see that? I can't see that.
Not anymore. He moved the camera.
He moved the camera down.
All right. Well, I got a text or an email, I think it was, from Matt, who said, in his enormously cryptic way, FH is running a little late, so no time. No, like we'll just pick him up when he joins.
He's still in the loo.
He's still working on a gigantic whiz. But so let's go back to last week.
Let's not.
So
I don't care for last time. Let's move forward.
A lot of interesting things happened last week. So there was.
I don't know. I don't remember anything interesting.
Well, when you fall asleep at 8:30, it's you're gonna miss a few mini dramas. So you guys continued the fight against the various demons and the Grimslakes, which were those maggoty worm things, and the frog guy, and all that kind of stuff, and were successful. At which point, you were confronted by what you thought was a Grimslake, but started talking and realized that it was either some sort of projection or an illusion, or she had sort of put her spirit into this creature, it was Jerenika. And she basically said, look, we can come to an arrangement here. I just want the succubus. She's sitting in that tower on top of a pile of Iomedean and Dresnan treasures, which I have no interest in. All I want is the succubus. So give her to me, and you can have everything else, and we'll just go our separate ways, and everybody will be happy. I'm not sure what you guys said to that.
I said, yeah, cool.
It was like, yeah, cool. All right, we'll do that.
So I was outvoted, though.
All right, deal, we're in.
Deal. No, if I recall correctly, Flashheart stepped up and was like, to
No, it was Illendar, which makes it even worse.
It was
It was
Illendar.
Illendar, which was why she picked on him.
Which is why she's like, I hate you.
2 drow fingers up, and basically like, we're not going to do it. At which point, you guys bum rushed her little readout in that smaller tower.
Well, now, first of all, when we said no, she attacked us because she was actually invisible behind us.
Well, no, when she made the bargain, you guys were still outside.
Right.
Yeah,
Right, but then she cast a spell.
burst.
That's right. She did it. Yeah, she did
She
attack.
burst, and then Illendar said
She
she's
burst.
right there.
Burst negative energy. That's right. And then Illendar. So Illendar has truth.
No, he had see invisibility.
See invisibility. Okay. Now he's seeing nothing. But
Seeing angels.
Ouch, rub it in.
seeing his ancestors. But then you guys chased her back into her tower. She tried to hide. Illendar was having none of it, and you guys just sort of surrounded her, as you can see from the existing map. You guys can see that you guys are all around her, delivering the pain. But as a last gasp attempt, she reached out and attacked the source of all her
Angst.
ire and angst, Illendar, and clocked through with a couple of claws. One, I believe, critted. Is that correct? Or no, I don't think it critted.
No,
but
it's just how much damage she
it
did.
got both of them and got rend. She basically tore Illendar's throat out. Right there in front of you. You guys cut her down in moments later, literally seconds later. But the next,
No, literally, it was the second to the last swing.
Yeah, it was the second to last.
There was
swing.
one swing after Illendar dropped, and that was
Fletcher, I believe.
dropping her.
Fletcher was the one who put her down. But you just, you saw Illendar's eyes kind of roll back in his head. Storm disappeared. His hands went to his throat, and that black drow blood was just coursing down the front of his cloaks, and I don't think Illendar wears armor of any kind, so he's just wearing clothing.
His light armor.
He fell sort of backward onto the ground, and you guys are staring at him in shock, because this is really, as somebody pointed out, this is the first time any of you have been killed since, or at least as far as you know, since you guys all met together in the fallen caverns underneath that city that town that was attacked by the demons during the festival.
I was going for the achievement. I got it.
First. So you guys kind of look around. It was so quickly, and about that time, Farina was outside, and about that time, this beautiful, darkly beautiful woman sort of materializes on the patio there, and Farina and Otto are out there, and she asks for Illendar. And Farina, spits out something along the lines of, "This is your fault that our friend is dead. Illendar's dead, and it's because of you." And you can see that, just the shock on her face, the twofold shock of not only learning that the person that she had been talking to, and with whom she had a great deal in common, had died in the effort to sort of rescue her from Jerenika, but now the vituperativeness that she's facing on the part of the people that she'd hoped to join to help, it's quite, it's like a double slap to the face. And she's just standing there, and you can see her eyes downcast in front of Farina, as she learns these truths as to what the current situation is. And all the while, Siggy flies overhead, looking to perhaps crap on a dead body of a maggot or find a mouse. So that's kind of where we stopped last time. Arushalae, for that is indeed who it is, has come out of the tower. The Forbiddance is now down. She's come out as soon as she knew that Jaranika was dead. She came out perhaps to assist, but now she learns from Farina that Illendar, somebody who may even could have become her friend, has now died in the effort to rescue her. So what do you guys do? I know that there was some meta talk about going. So you guys have something of a
Initiative roll.
roll for initiative. No, I mean, you guys have a decision to make, right? So at this point, Beru has said, you guys remember him talking about where Bardos is. And he said that, he was originally saying southwest, and as you guys moved west, that became more south. And then Beru told you just like maybe a day ago that the vector had changed and that it wasn't due south anymore. And so if we go ahead and let's just go ahead and look at the map real quick. Let's go to the map. Can you guys see the map?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Why is it not materializing on my thingamabobble here?
And based on an earlier email regarding Don and the currently deceased player, I just want to say I want my dragon back.
Out of nowhere. I mean, you hear these it's like a flurry of slaps.
Son of a bitch.
Both sides of Gatto's face is bright red, and he's just all trickle of elven blood coming from his nose. Like, shut up! Stop
I'm
it!
not saying it.
Stop it! All right, so here is the Maparu. So let's take a quick look. So you guys here are here. This is the Dresnan the Dresnan Citadel. This was a Dresnan temple many ages before the whirlwind of Sarkorian Dresnan temple. This is where you defeated Jaranika and released or saved, essentially rescued Arushalae. Beru will tell you that this direction, this blue arrow going towards this square area right here, this is what Beru says. This is the direction in which I can sense Bardos. What Arushalae told you is that this is the Ivory Temple. This is the place where the Templars, you remember from the battles in Citadel Drezen, when the Templars departed, they headed southwesterly. It could easily be that they were headed to this place here, because this is the place that Arushalae will tell you is the temple. This place, she tells you, is it's like a way station. They call it a fane. And it's essentially a place where Templars can stop on their travels. Essentially, it's like an inn for bad guys. They can stop on their way to and from places. This would be considering the line from which on which it exists. It's a very sensible location if you have Templars who are going to and from Citadel Drezen from the Ivory Temple. So it's right on that line. It would make sense. It's about a day's travel from the Ivory Temple itself. Maybe 3 or 4 days travel from Drezen. There may be more inns like this, but what Arushalae will tell you is that there's definitely a fane at that spot. She knows that location. And that's the direction that Beru is saying Bardos is in. Now, he was saying that he was more southerly, more westerly. So it could be, your thought is that he may have been transported from the temple to the fane, or something else happened to him. You're not sure, but there was a period, and it was about just a day and a half, maybe 2 days ago, in which that direction shifted. You're not sure why, but that's the reading you're getting now. Now today is, just before I forget to tell you, today is Lamashan, or October October 17th. Now, you guys remember there was some loose talk about meeting up with Horgus and the caravans that come to Drezen. According to what you talked with Horgus said that the caravan was the first big caravan was going to arrive at Drezen on Lamashan 28. So it's about 11 days away. before you can legitimately expect to see a caravan at Drezen.
Okay.
You guys have been on the road for 8 days now.
So, and I think we've decided where our next move is to go find. So we're going to head to here. Sorry.
So you go try and capture Bardos?
Well, or
Hopefully, you don't have to capture him.
Well, what if? Well, so
Hopefully he wants to
back
come
to
back.
what happened to him. I mean, you guys were in the bowels of Citadel Drezen fighting that shadow demon, and as far as you know, the shadow demon basically magic jarred Bardos, kicked his spirit into a black gem that was mounted on the wall that Farina had acquired. Bardos, who you guys thought was Bardos, asked for the gem and then teleported away.
Yeah,
So
that was a dick move.
that was a dick.
I don't imagine that.
I think we can all agree that shadow demons are dicks.
Bardos is a dick.
Yeah. But they're dicks that generally are going to prefer much bigger, stronger bodies to live in than poor little Bardos.
Well, yeah, I mean, so, well, which sort of, creates an interesting question. If Bardos was originally brought to the Ivory Temple, and now is at this like inn a day's travel away from the Ivory Temple, what happened to him? If we can make an assumption that somehow the shadow demon was able to exit Bardos's body, reclaim his old body, which you guys remember you had destroyed. It was a burble of this like sort of acidic goo on the floor. So it would have needed to find a new body if it wanted to abandon Bardos. But then what would he do with Bardos?
They didn't kill
Listen
him.
to us.
Well, it doesn't look like he killed him. Beru says that's Bardos.
Right.
I think unless we establish that we know that Bardos is free because Beru knows where he is, and he disappeared when he was possessed. Right?
He disappeared when he was possessed. But yeah, Beru would have said, yeah, exactly right. So when the shadow demon was in possession of Bardos, it was not visible to Beru, because it wasn't Bardos in there. He doesn't focus on the body; he focuses on the spirit. So now that Beru, that's a great point. The fact that Beru can see Bardos means that Bardos' spirit is back in his body.
So yeah, we'll go find out what happened.
Okay. Well, let me write something down here.
Are we going to rest? I mean, I guess, does this incorporate a day of rest as we travel, I guess?
Well, I'm going to have to because I'm pretty much out of spells. Plus, I need to pray for the sustain corpse spell to keep Illendar from rotting.
Okay.
Maybe we can get the protection of that bell for ourselves. And
So let's talk about that bell for a minute. I'm assuming you guys go over there and examine it to a certain level, correct?
yeah, I would.
All right.
1,000-pound silver bell. I mean, that's going to attract a little attention.
You said
Well, I think we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah. It's
Hold on a second. I got 7,000 windows open, so all my stuff is moving poorly. Stop doing that. Here we go. All right, let's talk about the bell. So another thing that you guys might want to consider, before we talk about the bell here a little bit, is that Arushalae has been, for up until a little while ago, she was a captive in Drezen. She escaped. She's a demon. She's in the world wound. She might be she's already basically given you information about where the location of the Ivory Temple, the location of these fanes, or this particular fane. She might have other information as well. All right, let me. Here's the bell. So this is called a bell of mercy. Hey,
Hello,
there,
Matt.
Matt. Hey, Matt. We were just recapping the death scene from last week.
It was really just a joke. He's fine.
Yeah.
It was all an illusion.
Well, this is like, sorry, I take it back.
I take it back.
Illendar wakes up in a shower, like, whoa, what a bad dream.
Dream.
There's a kid with a snow globe. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Bell of Mercy, this is called. It's a Dresnan artifact. It radiates strong abjuration magic. It weighs about 2,000 pounds. A large silver bell. Appears to be pure silver. It's engraved with delicate runes around the bottom. Measures about 3 feet from the tip to the crown, about 5 feet in circumference around the bottom. It is sacred to the faith of Dresnan. 7 of these bells are believed to have existed at one point, each housed in a separate tower throughout the Inner Sea region. These 7 bell towers are separated by great distances. They represent the 7 towers of Desna's palace, and pilgrimages to all 7 were often undertaken by Desna's faithful. 6 towers are located in western Mirani forest of Varisia, the Hungry Mountains of Ustalav, the ruined city of Kokutang in the Sodden Lands, the eastern reaches of Tanglebriar and Keonan, a hidden cove on Warlock Island in Cheliax, and somewhere in the hills south of White Canyon and Catapash. Over time, some of these locations have become quite dangerous. I think Cheliax and Ustalav might qualify.
Well, not the World War one. That one's fine.
Yeah, that was fine. Each location presents its own dangers, and in some cases, the bells themselves are missing. The 7th bell still hangs in its tower in an old fort in the eastern stone wilds of a place called the World, which is the place where you are now. If you take the time to sort of, well, I guess, I don't know if you guys can. Your primary mage dude is sort of bled out on the floor. So, I don't know, does anybody have knowledge arcana? Or
No. Our primary mage guy's been gone for like a week.
Oh, that's a good point.
Our secondary mage guy is bleeding out on the floor.
Does anybody, Chuck, Lothar is a cleric of Erastil, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so he doesn't know much about Dresnan, although he could probably do a knowledge religion, or if anybody else has a knowledge religion they would like to.
I got a decent knowledge religion here.
Oh, I do have knowledge religion.
Give us a little roll, shall you?
21.
21. What about you, Matt Meadow? What about Flashheart?
Okay. Well, Flashheart is slow as I'll get out to get roll 20 open here. 1 second. You can keep monologuing or if else roll for me.
Well, 21 is certainly enough to get a little bit of information. Two pieces of information. I think the first piece of information that you would know, Lothar, is that history tells you that these bells of mercy, their magic only works once a year. But that magic is related to like the sanctification of the area and the protection of the people within it. This jives with what you experienced, especially what Siggy experienced, trying to get in there.
If we hadn't shown up, like we decided to delay a day or two, it wouldn't have worked out so well for Succubus, right?
Well, it's interesting in that this Succubus was able to activate the magic of the bell. Now, that being still the case, it was the magic of the bell very much precluded Siggy from entering the Forbiddens, which tells me that there's some friggin' in the rigging there. But it might be something you want to ask her about, and like how she was able to do it, because you talk about a succubus, you talk about a demon here, that she was able to activate a nominally good artifact for her own protection.
Is it still up, Lester, or is it down?
It's down. She's turned it off.
She took it down.
Well, she would tell you that she didn't necessarily take it down. She activated. She rang the bell and activated its power because she was in need. When the need passed, the power sort of deactivated itself. It's like the bell knew that Arushalae was out of danger and thus could bring down the forbiddences in the same.
And she'd say that's why she came out here.
Yeah, exactly. She came out because that's how she knew.
The bell.
So we can't really do much with the bell. It's too big. It's nothing we would desecrate, probably, this crew.
Was that on the table, desecration?
Well, you know.
It's always on the table.
It's always on the table.
Don't make me say the D word a couple hundred times.
Okay,
That'd make a great T-shirt
Les?
motto. Desecration's always on the table.
Yeah.
See what I'm pointing at?
Is it? We can't see.
Hey, all right. That's a perfect spot. I'm glad. So I don't know if I told you guys, but I redid my whole office, and you can see some of it back behind me. But it's all completely different than how it used to be. And I didn't have a lot of room for some. I took down a lot of my old art and stuff. And one of the things, as you can see off to Don's right on the wall, is a nice framed map of Middle Earth.
Cool.
I want to see where the sign is that says, "I hate you, Don, be worried."
I gave that to Don.
Didn't you have one?
Somewhere.
That needs to be behind you.
He's coming again.
Les, didn't you have like a pair of swords or something behind your head for a long time?
I did, and I still have them up, but they're not behind me. So, next,
I think if you're really going to commit, you need a green screen behind you while you're working. While you're DMing.
I'm in Minnesota. I'm in Antarctica.
Yeah, I'm big flames.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
There it is. There it is.
Right there. That would be good right there.
That needs to be up on your wall. That's probably one of your most prized possessions. Well, that and Cosray.
Yes.
I'll never forget the look on your face when you said, "Les, what does that say?" I was like, "What do you think it says?" He goes, "It says, I hate you, Don, be worried." All right. So that's the bell. Again, a sacred artifact. Can be rung normally, but its power only works once a year. Thankfully to Arushalae, she was able to activate it for reasons that you guys may or may not comprehend. And so with that, I will turn over control of Arushalae to our good and unattended friend, Mike Phillips. Mike will be running Arushalae for the time being.
Excellent.
Hey, Mike, please try to seduce Gato. Just make it rest of us uncomfortable.
Maybe Gatto, but you're definitely first on our list.
Yeah, you know it. Fleshheart would expect nothing less with the charisma he's rocking. He expects everybody. He brings all the girls to the yard.
Well, Mike and I were talking about that. He's a decently charisma paladin. It's like the you're like the buffet to her.
I just want to say, Farina, we just rescued someone. Do you want to greet her in your normal manner?
Oh, she already did.
She did. She was like, "You killed my friend."
Yeah, she greeted her in a normal manner.
Yeah, she's busy.
She did threaten her first. You're right.
Yeah.
See, it's not just you.
He basically said, "You better be worth saving, bitch."
That's pretty much it. I think I said it a little more gently. Your amiability is wearing off on me, maybe.
Everybody's so mellow. All right. So I heard somebody say rest. I heard somebody say Bardos. I put out there that Arushalae
we want Bardos to rest.
Have a bunch of information that you guys could use. I mean,
I don't think we really explored the weekend at Bernie's scenario we were going to do with Illendar, but
Gato's busy tying like wires to Illendar's arms.
Beware the drow.
Actually, you tie half of them to one of you and the other half to someone else, and then you just walk them around. It works. It works really well. I've seen a movie.
Weekend at Illendar's.
So I need to rest, and then we need to figure out how we're going to carry Illendar's corpse.
Don't we? Do we have? We have.
We're just taking the head. That's all we need.
No, we're not taking the head.
Don't we have pack animals, or something we did that we left back?
No.
We started.
No, you guys decided. You guys decided to leave the horses back home because you were going.
Oh wait, let's just put them on Storm.
Oh, wait.
Never mind.
Too soon, dude. Too soon.
Too soon.
We could probably make a litter here, if nothing else.
If you guys want to rest, Arushalae will say that other than the bounty hunter that was after me, this place doesn't get visited. So
We could rest here.
she'll say the room where you slayed her, that was the room I was using. That's obviously enclosed, safe, and then where the bell tower is. So there's two places here that we can rest and
What about the stuff down here at the bottom that we haven't checked out yet?
Well, so basically what happened, I mean, you guys could go run around here. There's actually, you know what, let me go ahead.
I want to go.
And we didn't search her body, did we?
She's like, I'm right here.
The hags.
Oh, you're talking about the hag. Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me do this here. Let me see if this works.
I'm not searching a hag.
All right.
10-foot pole.
You should be able to see the entirety of the complex now.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so, huh?
Including the dead phase spider.
You talking about these guys over here?
Dead face spider?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, those are two corpses you would come across. So these corpses actually stay dead, so bonus.
You gotta love them when they
So this here, if you can see that, is a well. Now it's pretty dry, but there is some water down at the bottom of it, which could be purified. The Arushalae points to the fact that the place where you guys are basically standing right now, and the tower that she was holed up in, are both roofed. They have, they have places where fires can be built. There's you could probably scare up a little bit of wood, around here. The only difference is that there is still a huge piles of like dead bodies and grossness out in here. So
who are these dead people here?
They're just so they're not all people. Some of them are animals. You get the impression that that potentially Jerenika had been summoning creatures, but to be eaten. But then you're like, well, that doesn't work either. You're not sure. Some of them are people. A lot of them are like not people, and some of them you can't. Frankly, some of it you can't even tell. They're just
Is it like a compost pile, or what is it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's like they're like compost piles of decomposing bodies, flesh, essentially. It's really rank, but this is basically Grimslake food. And you either think the Grimslakes were here and Jerenika decided to feed them somehow with these piles of stuff, or this stuff had been sort of cultivated otherwise for the Grimslakes to be here, and Jerenika just came to it and it was here before she got here. Now you get the Grimslakes didn't really seem to. They didn't attack or defend or anything based on what you think would be Jerenika's orders. You're not entirely sure that they like worked for her. Okay, the other demons, absolutely. You could tell that they were working in concert. They were working with an intelligence behind them. The Grimslakes, not so much. I mean, you guys materialize. You guys show up and they start hunting you because fresh meat. Now there was that one incident where it looked like Jerenika had sort of like either possessed one of them, or maybe it was an illusion. I mean, she conducted a variety of illusions as you guys both approached and while you were in the compound. But I mean, looking back, you don't think the Grimslakes may have been under her control. They may have been here when they got here. And Arushalae would say, if you ask Arushalae, she would say, yeah, that was here when Jerenika was chasing me.
Okay. I'm staying in the bell tower.
We have to cross that gruesome courtyard.
I can do that.
Okay. So that bell tower is 2-floored. This one is raised, but it's only a single floor. But it does have furniture. The bell tower does not have furniture. But
Marina will go with Gatto.
Okay, into the tower.
To which Gatto changes. Actually, I think I'm going to stay over here in this other building.
No, I'm still going into the bell tower one.
I just like being up high. Marina would prefer to be up high.
Well, and there are also the bell tower does have some portals that you can look through. They had been sort of sealed up a bit, but with a little effort, you can dislodge some of that mortar, and you can see out. And you can see out into the world when you have a pretty decent vantage point, actually.
Marina, come over to the right more. That's the second level. There you
go. What about the rest of you?
Well, if nobody else is going to search the hag's body, at least we'll do that.
Okay.
So she's not a demon. She doesn't disappear.
No, she does not. You mean Jerenika?
Yeah.
She does not disappear.
That's what the section of this is. Okay.
All right, hold on. Jeronika's body. So she seems to be a bit spread out in here. She was using this room, obviously, for some sort of, sort of quarters while she was hidden. And you would recall that Arushalae had said that they had been there for about a day and a half, maybe approaching 2 days, in a sort of standoff. They had attacked her. Arushalae had sort of went into the tower, and Jeronika had sent her guys, her associated demons against the tower. And that's when Arushalae activated the bell, which, hurt a lot of those guys. And then she was able to shoot them with her bow, and she was able to kill a couple of people. And it was sort of this Mexican standoff that they had going, that they, sort of, when you guys arrived, that's where they were. And they were, Jeronika was just waiting for either the power of the bell to elapse and they could rush the thing, or for them to make some sort of escape or a mistake, for Arushalae to make a mistake, and that way she could capitalize on it. Basically, it was a holding effort. All right, you do search the room. You do find a few things. No money, except for a small little box, exquisitely tooled, that you open up. It's not locked or anything. You open it up, and it is filled with garnets. Probably 20 exquisitely cut, beautifully deep red garnets. You suspect that those 20 garnets are worth maybe 100 gold pieces apiece?
Oh, that's 2,000.
That's 2,000. There's some other...
The raised dead...
Raised dead party pool.
There are also some other things. There are a couple of potions. I'll just go ahead and give it to you. Just take 10 on the things. It's a couple of potions.
Somebody writing this down?
I'm not.
I am.
Okay.
I'll write it down this time.
2 potions of cure moderate wounds.
That would have been helpful.
1 potion. 1 potion of invisibility.
1 potion of resurrection.
Wait, let me check that. Who said that?
It sounds just like Les.
1 scroll of greater dispel magic, which is a nice find. 1 scroll of blade barrier, and 1 scroll of heal. But beyond that, she didn't have anything else, except for, as you toss the room, you guys got to do a thing, down behind the side of the bed, like maybe it had fallen out of her hand, is a small, intricately carved wand. And it is a wand of...
Create worms.
Create worms.
Raised dead.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think CAGs, like, by default have one of those.
Raised dead. It is a wand of major image. And it has 11 charges left on it. So do you guys know what major image does?
No.
All right, let me
It's an image of a major.
It's a major. It's a 3rd level wizard spell. Spell functions like silent image, except for sound, smell, and thermal illusions are included in the spell effect. While concentrating, you can move the image within the range.
You get smell-o-vision with it. Nice.
It is a wand of illusion.
You said 20 charges left?
11.
11.
This spell creates a visual illusion of an object, creature, or force visualized by you. It has sound, smell, texture, and temperature, and you can move it as long as you're concentrating. It has a decent range, about 500 feet away, and it will last concentration plus 3 rounds.
It's a lot of flexibility. That's fun.
It is. Now, none of you are really, I don't know.
Spellcasters. Yeah, we don't have any
none of you
wizards
are
left.
really spellcasters, so maybe it's something you sell to Horgus when you get back to...
Yeah, it seems like we used to have some more spellcasters once upon a time.
Did you say sell to Orcus?
What's that mean?
No,
Horgus.
sell to Horgus. When you guys get
because Orcus is a different campaign. I don't think he'd be interested.
He might be, yeah. Orcus likes illusions.
Can a succubus use a wizard's wand, Mike?
He will say that is not her thing.
Got it.
Just use a wizard's wand. I went
Aren't
somewhere
you
else
down
with
to
that.
mine?
I can use it.
You can use. Oh, that's right. You.
That's
Rogues use devices like that.
She will say she can use it, but that's not her
Not her shtick.
preferred.
All right, so Don, you take the wand for now, but maybe give it to Bardos later.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'll get
That's
right on
exactly
that.
what I was thinking.
He's definitely
Do
counting
you
on
use
guys for
scrolls
doing
as
it.
well?
Yeah.
Are you guys staying in the other tower?
I think we were just searching her body. I don't know what we're doing as far as where we're camping.
Elm's going to keep watch list. He'll just go down somewhere where he can.
Yeah, we ran screaming like fools across a large field to get here in the first place. Did we dump any of our gear behind? Because I felt like we just ran battle ready, but I don't know if we had gear we had to go retrieve.
Leave Otto with Lothar. Bring us
Say that again, Matt. I'm not sure I caught him.
When at the very beginning of this battle, we ran screaming willy-nilly across a large field to get.
Yeah, well, yeah, about a half a mile of open ground.
Right. So I'm just wondering, didn't we have some gear, something we might have dumped back there that we need to go retrieve?
I don't think so. It's not like you guys been trucking a wagon around or anything like that.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys would have left anything in the world wound.
If we did, go get it.
And as far as the scrolls are concerned, are those coming to me?
Oh, yeah, I just asked you that. Definitely the heal, right?
Well, heal, blade barrier, and I think the other one, they're all 3 cleric scrolls.
Yeah, those are all divine.
Oh, brilliant. Then you got them all. It's Scroll of Greater Dispel Magic was the third.
I guess that one could be
That one could be either.
mage or cleric.
Actually, if it's greater, I think that might be arcane.
Hold on.
Although that might be in the divine one too.
Can you look that up, Les?
I'm looking at it,
Thank you, sir.
even as we speak. So, greater. Technically it is a 6th level cleric spell.
Okay.
So it is.
All 3 of them are yours.
So let's.
You want dibs on the invisibility potion?
I'll take it.
I was going to say, I would think that Gato would like that.
God, it would be a good choice. Yeah, that's yours.
If he's sneaky and doesn't run her mouth constantly. So it'd be-
I would like to keep one of the cure moderates. Does anybody want the other one?
Whatever other martial character we have should have that.
That would be.
Flash Shark can take it.
Or Flashheart. I don't know. I really don't consider him to be martial.
Hey,
He misses a lot.
um,
I already have a potion of cure moderate, so if you don't have one,
Okay.
Flash Shark, you can take it.
Yeah, he misses a lot, but he gets hit a lot. That's why he needs the potion.
Yeah.
yeah, I think I crossed the last one I had out. So yeah,
Okay,
I'm sure moderate.
got it.
All right, so let's talk about use magic device real quick. Do a little nerdage here. If you're going to use a scroll, the DC is 20 plus the caster level of the scroll. The caster level, not the spell level. Now, for scrolls that are on your list, there's a different. Normally, to cast a spell from a scroll, you must have the scroll spell on your class spell list. In this case, for Lothar, for example, for like healing stuff, he does. So I don't know that he would have.
You don't have to, as long as you've got the stat that would allow you to do it.
Yeah, no, I don't have to have use magic for these 3 scrolls.
Right.
So basically, if you've got like a 16 in your casting stat, you can cast up to 6th level. Even if you can't cast 6th level, you can cast up to 6th level without having to do any roll.
Without having to roll. All right. So for wands, it's a straight up. The use magic device DC is straight up 20 to make it happen. Normally, to use a wand, you must have the wand spell on your class spell list. This use of the skill allows you to use a wand as if you had a particular spell on your spell list. Failing the roll does not expend a charge; it just doesn't work. All right.
So for me to use the wand, I have to make a DC 20
use magic device check. Yeah. What's your use magic device skill, by the way? What, I mean,
My bonus currently is 12.
oh.
So a little bit better than 50-50 chance.
Yeah, that's solid. All right.
And the nice thing is when you fail, it doesn't expend it.
Right.
Yep. So just so you guys know, you look into the second tower, all the treasure and Dresnan and Ioman artifacts that Jerenika told you that you could have if you just gave her the succubus, none of that existed. There's nothing.
She lied to us.
She flat out lied.
I knew I didn't like her.
Color me surprised.
A strongly worded Yelp review.
1 star.
1 star. This Dresnan place. So, all right. So you guys rest. I assume that you guys set a watch. Ohm already said that he was going to take the first one, and you guys fire up the cooking fires and watch as the sun goes down to the west in the world wound. That reddish sun as the dust rises in the air. You pass the night and without any problems. As Arushalae pointed out, there's no one out here. And frankly, she would say, look, I came across this place by accident. I was just, I had escaped from Drezen, and I had gone back into the world wound because to go, I don't know. So here I'm stomping on Mike's lines. Mike, tell him what Arushalae would have said, why she was out here.
Well, no one's asked her anything. And so if no one asked her, she's seeing the welcome she's got. She's very content to just kind of stay back. And if anyone does talk to her or ask her anything, she tries to be very helpful and very forthcoming. But I don't know what anybody has said to her.
Okay. That's legit.
I would like to know how she got into trouble at Dresden.
She'll say that's kind of a long story. It's got a pre-story to it. She'll say, let's summarize the first part. As you know, most succubus wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. I've had, let's just say, a change in perspective that has led me to see the error of my way. So my thought process was that since I no longer relate with demonkind, I'm not exactly accepted by the Crusaders. I'd pretty much be killed on sight. I was looking for a way to be of use, to prove my change of heart and how useful I could be. So I was kind of looking into, I'd seen that some people had been using these little red crystals to basically make some pretty nasty creatures.
Oh, are those garnets you're talking about?
No, I think that she means those that.
You know the crystal. If you guys remember, whenever when we first got into Citadel Drezen, we fought that beast that had these.
Oh, right, they corrupted them. Right.
Yeah, they corrupted them and made them really powerful. She'll basically say, I found out they were doing that, and I started looking into what they were doing and how they were doing it, so I could use that as information to prove that I was of use, and I got caught. I was able to hide initially my non-evilness, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Change of heart.
Yeah. I'm very skilled, as you might be aware, in the social aspects. But yeah, I got caught looking into that, and so I was imprisoned. And they tried to convince me of the error of my ways. It didn't work, and I pretty much prayed to Desna to help me out. And miraculously, the next day, my cell, the wards in my cell, which were in the basement of the Citadel, just stopped working. So from that point, it was very easy to slip outside and then just run.
I'd say Desna heard your plea.
That's what I thought. So I ran. Within a few days of running, I did detect that there was something or someone chasing me. Like I said, I stumbled into this place, and then found the magnitude of who was chasing me and what she had with her.
How are you able to single out Illendar, the other strange black sheep of Dresnan worshippers?
To be honest, I cursed him when I first reached out to him.
Okay.
He said, I was
kind of cursed myself.
She'll say, to be honest, I felt pretty caged here. I knew I was safe as long as I stayed in the tower, but I was afraid of the sheer number of forces that the hag had here.
Yeah.
And so when I detected a new party approaching, it's an ability of mine to just kind of reach out and detect people at range. I detected a drow, which I assumed was more reinforcements for her, which I was absolutely not happy about. So I had no idea that Illendar was a fellow worshiper of Dresnan. I thought he was reinforcements. So kind of more in rage and more in just trying to dissuade you guys from coming here. I reached out to tell him he was too late and that, yeah, he was nothing and that you guys were pretty much useless and not going to be able to take me alive. It was after he
saved that.
After he refuted that and allowed me to, let's just say, look into him and realize that he was telling the truth, then I realized that you guys weren't reinforcements, and then I saw an opportunity to... My plan all along has been to reform, but like I've not had an avenue to do it. I'm an outcast with the demons because of what I've chosen to do. I'm an outcast to the Crusaders because I'm a demon. I don't think I'd survive too long holding up a white flag and walking into a Crusader camp and saying, "No, really, I'm doing well. I'm good now." So,
I'm just imagining that first telepathic sending is from the actually this is Illendar's like new sending. Who dis?
What the? Yeah. So yeah. So since then, I've been kind of reaching out to Illendar to try and coach him with everything that I knew of the people you were facing. And yeah, once I knew you guys were here, the bell stopped working, so I knew you guys had either killed Jiniga or somehow neutralized her. So that's when I came out to see you guys and to thank Illendar, and then yeah, that's where we ended up.
Well, I think the people at Castle Drezen would find you useful if they could know that you've changed your ways. So I think it would be cool if you went back with us. We could explain it and everything. But
I would love that opportunity. If I've got someone to advocate for me, then I would love that opportunity.
Right. But kind of as discussed, we do need to make. I would like to make a little side trip. Before we go back.
Is this for your lost comrade?
The lost comrade that
one called Bardos?
was all pissy about, and want to get
the one called Bardos?
Yes.
Yes, Illendar made it very clear to me that I was being rescued because I could help you guys get to Bardos. So
right.
I know he would have wanted this.
Okay. So is it morning now?
It can be. I mean, you're sort of like sitting around the campfire, toasting a few marshmallows, and asking a succubus question. So, I mean, you can ask her.
Just a typical Saturday morning.
Normal night.
Just a typical night out on the world wound. October nights. But yeah, I mean, it can be if you guys want to get started, or if you have other questions for Arushalae. Considering her, I mean, the story that she tells is a very to several of you, it's a very compelling one. She's caught between two worlds. She's a demon by nature, and so there's that struggle with her demonic heritage. On the other side, she has been touched, literally in this case, by Dresnan, and changed by Dresnan into something into a creature that is desperately trying to live up to that goal of becoming a good creature. And I think one of the things that Mike said was very telling.
Hey, Matt, you're muted, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you at any point done a detect evil on her since she's arrived?
I believe no. I believe she strolled up to us while we were grieving over Illendar, and I don't think I got around.
Over the course of the night, would you at all do that just to confirm anything?
Sure. So while I'm making myself some coffee over there, I'll just throw my detect evil on the.
Do a subtle detect evil. Okay, she does not detect evil.
All right. But she's let's get in the head. I would say that that's 2 years ago. Flashheart couldn't have borne this event of having a succubus party, but that was a long time ago for this.
That's before the drow.
Yeah. And everything we've seen between the cave and Tyrandulan's fall and all that.
So drows are the gateway drug.
Yeah. You let one in the party, the next thing you got succubus, you got
Black Dragon.
Old fat Orcus himself is going to show up. He's like, "Hey, can I hang out with you guys for a while?" Flash will be like, "Sure, pull up a chair, make some bed."
What's going to be bad is when Arushalae figures out what's this with the word dragon, and then she's going to be like, "Wow, that's nice. That's a nice trick."
And come on, let's face it, our paladin is the one that made a deal with a known evil demon anyway. So
True.
This is not virgin territory for Flashheart.
This is how we roll. So, any other questions for Arushalae?
I'm desperately looking in my Sirenscape for a slap sound, and there's nothing. There's nothing.
Gotta work on that.
We're gonna go with this. That's what happens when anybody says.
You've got the Wilhelm scream, right? That's just Bardos' reaction every time.
I got it somewhere. Or we could just do this. Whenever. Is it not coming through?
No.
Hold on. Shit. All right, now we go. Here we go. We'll just do that.
She sounds just like that as she's slapping you. No, that's actually what the player who said dragon sounds like as she's slapping you.
Yeah. There you go.
So,
Duke Nukem soundtrack, Duke Nukem soundbites, Les. Those are
I gotta get
all
some
perfect.
Nukem sound. Get some, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
So you guys are a little bit, touched, frankly, by this sort of no man's land, this psychological no man's land that she is. She can't go back to her people, and they're actively trying to kill her. They know she is what they would call a heretic. She's gone against her nature. She's gone against their activities that they're engaging in the world wound. She's a traitor. But she also knows that going into the Crusader lands east of the river, where she might otherwise be safe from demonic bounty hunters, is not necessarily a safe place either. And so, it's like Mike said, if you guys can bring her back to Drezen and say, look, we found this.
We found a succubus. Can we keep her?
If she walked up to Drezen, she would never make it to the gates. But coming with the heroes of that city that I can never remember the name of.
Drezen? Or you mean the city?
What was the one where you guys went into?
We started?
Yeah.
Canebris,
the heroes of Canebris, known quantities to Queen Galfrey of Mendev. You got to see it from her point of view. You're her ticket in, out of the world wound and into a place where she can hopefully continue to do the things that she needs to do to fully find herself redeemed in the eyes of Dresnan. It's not an easy path for her. Especially nature is still, I mean, she still has a demonic nature.
Right.
She's looking, you can see her every once in a while flash out, your eyes will come up and you can see Arushalae looking at you sort of like, I look at a pizza.
A very good pizza.
Yeah, really like a double pepperoni and a with a pitcher next to it of beer and a nice ice cold glass. And every once, and then you see her like turn away.
And then she shakes it off.
Yeah, she kind of shakes it off. But I mean, you're somebody like you would be perfect for her if she wasn't like a good creature now, or at least not an evil creature.
Darn my freakish good looks.
Oh, you got to figure it this way. She's got to feed.
Slow-mo hair.
Yeah, a lawful good palate of Iomade. That's a double pepperoni.
That's like caviar.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and she drains all your energy out of your body and sucks you dry. Phrasing? Are we still doing phrasing?
Phrasing.
Bring up the map. We're gonna go.
Bring up the map. All right.
Well, Lothar has to cast the spell first, right?
Yeah, so get up in the morning, gentle repose on Illendar, and then we need to figure out how we're going to cart him. Now, I know that, or I think that some of us had some sort of extra dimensional space type stuff. I don't know if any of it's big enough for a body.
if not, there's enough here we can put a litter together and drag him.
I don't imagine he weighs a ton, right?
Yeah, he only weighs about 100 and, well, with his gear, I think it's about 180.
That gear's gone, probably.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Gato was like, no, it's,
Gato
he didn't have any gear.
Yeah.
What
He didn't have any gear.
You've been looted, dude.
He's got this close. He opens the cloaks up and, hey, anybody want a crossbow? Does anybody want a? Here's a gold watch.
Wasn't Illendar wearing more than a loincloth before?
There are way too many people in this party whose first response is loot the corpse. There's no chance you have your stuff.
You guys are going to end up bringing it back, and he's going to be like, hey, that's mine. What are you doing with that crossbow? And you're like, I found it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've always had this.
This has always been mine. And you're like, has it always been it? I don't know. Oh,
So do we have like a portable hole or something like that?
I don't know. I think
I don't have anything big enough to carry his body.
Okay, so we're going to have to do it sort of the more traditional way.
okay. It's going to slow you down.
Build a litter and...
Let's carry it.
I think between Fletcher and I, we're pretty
Yeah,
rough
I'm
enough.
sorry. I was just going to look those numbers up, but I'm pretty sure I can carry him without a problem.
Arushalae would volunteer to do it too.
If the body doesn't have to be in one piece to have it resurrected, right?
Stop it.
We
It helps
can
quite a
spread
bit.
them around. We can spread them around the party.
Around. Who wants the leg?
Yeah. Who's
I had the
it's
leg
torso-
yesterday. I don't want the leg today.
It's Torso Tuesday.
It's torso. I'll keep writing this stuff down, man. I'm going to be
Like I
all
said-
over Twitter later.
Arushalae would offer to carry him.
I think we'd be okay with that.
Okay.
So Arushalae is going to, for some reason, none of my keyboard doesn't work. That's weird.
And we don't really have a mage left, do we?
No. You had two of them starting out this thing.
Well, I was just
Fletcher,
thinking if we could have a floating disc or something like that, then. But
I
that's
think I can cast
I think-
4 whole spells.
Bardo would have been amazing for that.
yeah, that's
So
mage.
find him, and then you've got,
And then we can have a floating disc to.
and then we can have a body disc.
My keyboard has completely stopped working.
Would you like me to give you access to that back?
Would you? That'd be nice. My
Yeah,
mouse is
so-
working. Everything else is working, but my keyboard's not working. I
Hey,
mean,
wait
it's
a
not-
minute.
The lights
You have
aren't
to-
even on.
Can't we get the dragon to carry him back?
No! Quit
That's
saying
it.
that.
Do you have some,
Damn
do you have some Bitcoin to pay the penalty to get your keyboard back?
I don't know what to do here. I mean, it's not even lit up.
Unplug it, plug it back in.
We'll just. It's a
I think
laptop. I
you're-
can't unplug it.
What's your laptop's keyboard?
Reboot it.
We're just. We'll just keep going on until I find that not being able to type in any words becomes too untenable.
I see Don has been watching the IT crowd.
Turn it on and off again. Probably gonna have to do that.
That is an amazing show.
It
It
is.
is.
All right, so you guys are going to head towards. So I mean, you guys are headed there, or
Once we get ready to depart in the morning, I'm going to use one of my speak with animals, and I'm going to have a conversation with the rat,
with Beru? Okay.
with Beru, and have him sense where he is, and maybe even take, if it matters, 15, 20 minutes to sense if he's currently moving, so that we can sort of attempt to triangulate in on what direction we need to go to meet up with the group he's currently in.
Okay, Beru will actually to better help you with that. He will actually sort of like take off into the whirlwind a little bit and sort of go a couple of different try and get some triangulation points. And when he comes back, and he will take like 15 or 20 minutes. When he comes back, he says, "Look, as far as I can tell, Bardos has not moved since the other day when I tracked him. He's still, as far as I can tell, in the same place."
We
Okay.
need to go here and then check because it'll definitely be different. When
Oh,
we-
yeah.
Well, and that place.
What about here?
That place that he's pointing to now
Okay, there then.
Right? He's pointing right down that blue line.
is where Arushalae said there was a inn for bad guys, right?
Right. They call them fanes, but
Like-
yeah, essentially it's like a stopping place for the and it's not necessarily for bad guys. It's definitely
It's,
for these
it's more
ivory.
on Tatooine where they pick up Han Solo.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely a place specifically for these Templars, these Baphometians.
So the question is, do we want to head straight toward it, or do we want to head north of it, like here, and be able to ambush them when they move? If they move.
North, because we also don't have to explore as many hexes that way.
Yeah, this one is one we've already explored, and then if we go to this one, and then to this one, I like Don's idea of once we get to here, that's just 3 squares away.
Yeah, but it's
There's
also
a definite difference between he's this direction or he's this direction.
yeah, it's also only 1 square away from the ivory tower, where we can expect that there will be, from what I understand, reinforcements and a potentially sizable force.
Well,
Right.
Arushalae will tell you it's about a day to a day and a half's walk travel from the Fane to the Ivory Temple, the Ivory Tower Temple.
Right. So I guess my question is, do we want to get that close to the Ivory Temple?
Well, we've got airborne reconnaissance, so I think
No, you don't.
Yes, we
Even
do.
if we're on this,
Oh, we
even
do?
if
Still
Oh,
no.
Siggy. I forgot about Siggy.
Quit forgetting about my
we're
owl.
on the same square, if it's a day's travel away, that's plenty far away.
yeah.
Okay. And as we're traveling, I assume that I would put Siggy to use in aerial recon anyway ahead of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds like we have a plan.
So are we going straight for the Fane?
Well, we're going to go to the east 1 hex and then southeast the next. Yeah.
Okay.
And there.
Uncover this one first,
All right. Let's do that.
and then
Yeah.
that one.
All right. So on the first day, you guys pack up, and Arushalae comes with you, and you begin moving due east back towards Citadel Drezen into this square right here.
And you said if we don't explore, we just move, we can do 2 in a day. So we can get to right here in 1 day.
Yeah, you can get there in 1 day.
Do that.
I said we do that, and then we'll start exploring as we move forward after that.
Oh my God, my keyboard doesn't work. All right, so you guys begin moving down. Let's just go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and make your path here. Again, we're gonna use purple. You guys come this way and begin moving in this direction. You see that? See the purple one?
Yep.
Essentially, you pass more of those sort of blackened areas. You'll remember from before when you guys passed through here, you actually chased one of the Drake Riders into these areas that some sort of magical sort of environmental disaster, frankly, that's taking place here. And as you pass down to the south, you do again see that there are these places. It's if you were looking at it from above, and you can sort of see this from the map, you can see that it's almost like a shotgun shell approach. But these places are quite big. I mean, these hexes are, I believe, 12 miles across. So you can imagine this particular circle right here is probably 2 miles across, or 1.5 miles across. And there's more than one. So these, I mean, they're very poison. They have a very weird kind of ammonia smell to them. It's very strange, and you definitely do not want to go there. Arushalae, if you ask her about them, she doesn't know anything about them. They've always been here. But she also knows that even demons shy away from them if they can. You camp rough the first night out there as you go to the south, but as you continue the next morning, you don't have any problems. You don't see, one of the things that you're a little worried about is being overflown again. But in this case, you guys are way out in the world wound, and nobody overflies. You don't see any demons or anything like that. You begin to suspect that those overflights were strictly Jeranika's work. The next day, move into this area.
And then we need another sonar blip now.
All right, so you're going to ask Beru. Beru takes a half an hour, but he comes back pretty quickly, and he's basically like, I still detect him, and he is definitely this way. So yeah, I mean, no question, he is very much almost due east of you guys right now. And Arushalae will say that is definitely the direction of what she refers to as the Fane. It's a Fane. He is not at the Ivory Temple. Now, you guys are starting to get a little nervous. Arushalae,
and she'll say that's good, because that fortress is a whole different animal than this little.
I meant to ask, Illendar armor, didn't he?
Do what?
Did Illendar wear armor?
Yes.
I was going to mention one of the spells that I can take as a paladin is Revenant armor, which is the Legion of Burning situation. For without having recast, I could have him walk around for it's like 8 days in his armor.
He wears.
Oh yeah.
He wears a chain shirt.
Here you go.
So a paladin can animate dead people?
No, just the armor.
Just the armor. There you go.
Oh, so you just leave the armor on him, and.
All right, armor walks him around, so he can be dead or unconscious.
That would seem a little disrespectful to our friend, don't you think?
Walks him around
like a puppet.
It frees our other friend up.
As long as you guys don't use your phones to record it doing something stupid or falling on something and then showing him back when you get him back.
Wait, this
stuff you did.
I don't want that dragon being mad at me when it comes back.
This spell, how did you get it? Paladin 3, okay, yeah.
Yeah, one of the few paladin spells I got.
Wow, all right.
I would not get a spell just to auto walk Illendar's dead body around with us. I would use it to help your combat or help your defense.
Well, I mean, you could use it on any dead body, really, if you wanted to do it that way.
Yeah, well, maybe another body we'll have walk around after. Okay, I'll find something else. I was just going through the list of what to prepare here for the next, inevitable combat. I saw that one.
Could be comedy gold.
Could be, especially if there was a recording of this.
All right, so you guys are pretty sure that he is located in the direction of where Arushalae says this Fane is. You guys are pretty close to the Ivory Temple, though, so you're starting to get a little nervous that you might get discovered if you stay in this area too long. Bless you, whoever that was.
That was me, sorry.
And would Arushalae be telling him that we need to move because we're close?
Yeah, Arushalae. I think you would see that Arushalae would be growing increasingly nervous. She has a healthy respect for the Baphometians.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're not gonna.
We're gonna hurry.
Yeah, we're not gonna, make a summer home here. We're just gonna camp quickly and keep moving.
Okay.
All right. You move into the hex, and it takes about probably most of the morning to get as far as you guys are going. But eventually, you come on what looks to be the continuation of You'll remember when you were first coming out from Citadel Drezen, you came across a huge, like 2 miles across, basically gully. 100 feet deep. Probably more than a mile across at the bottom of this giant sort of trench that existed. This looks, you guys come close and you can see that this extends this far. You're 25 miles south, 24 miles south of where you crossed over before, and you seem to see that this canyon is extended over and seems to go on in both directions for as far as you can see. Another thing that you see is off in the distance, and you guys kind of begin to look surreptitiously in here, is this place. It looks like a small, sort of tallish building. It looks like a combination of a church and an inn. You don't see any traps. You guys are still about a mile off. And Siggy, it depends on if you want to do some overflights of it or something like that to get a little more intel. You guys are still about a mile away. You don't think you've been discovered. You don't see from this distance any particular movement or activity, but there is a building there, and it seems like it's right on the western edge of this big ravine, this big trench that's going through the whirlpool.
It's on our side at least.
It's on your side.
And yeah, I want to have Siggy do flyover.
Okay. Give me a perception from the Sigster. $28. All right. So Siggy flies over very high and takes a look. So there's a couple of things that she would notice. So the first thing is that the building itself actually has sort of like a little minaret to it in the middle. Not a minaret, but like a little, not like a tower either, but like it comes to a point, like a cathedral almost. It's not huge, but it does go up a bit. She does see that there are a couple of guys in armor outside. She can see at least two in the front, and one. It took her a minute, but she saw there's one sort of in the back. And they're just sort of wandering around. She can't see much of them. She can't tell that they are in armor.
Okay, I'll let everybody else know there are 3 armed guards, 2 in the front, 1 in the back.
Good job, Siggy.
Okay, so what is your plan from there? Like I said, you're about a mile away. There's a fair amount of cover. You can probably get pretty close without getting spotted. But it depends on. A lot of things depend on that. Are you going to take any kind of like actions to try and avoid, or are you going to just like run up to the front and say, "Hey, we're here," that kind of thing. We're here to kill all of you.
Have you met this party?
So we're going with, have you met, we're here to kill all of you, then, I think? Probably.
Is it common knowledge that the succubus is a quote-unquote traitor?
I would, so are you asking her that?
Yeah.
She would tell you that, there's no traitor bulletin board where they post these things.
Right. Plus they wouldn't all. Not everyone would know what she looks like. And it's like
Not everyone should. I mean, it would probably. I would say it probably would not be common knowledge. I mean, it would be known to a few very select people and the people that they told. But if your average demon on the street would not know, because you have no need to know.
Right.
We probably killed most of the people who knew.
So a succubus leading in a prisoner would not be that strange.
The old Chewbacca.
Well,
The old
now,
Chewbacca maneuver, huh?
The old Chewbacca maneuver.
well, now Arushalae will tell you that these guys definitely like these. If there's Templars there, those guys definitely do know about her. Because the Templars were in residence at Drezen when she was a prisoner there.
Okay. So they would also know what she
That
looks
was a nice
like.
thought, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends. If you ran into the exact right one, yeah, she would.
Which we would.
Of course.
Unless anyone in the party has one of those like mustaches with a fake nose and mustache on it, she'll wear one of those.
Groucho nose?
That. If you guys have one of those, she'll wear one of those.
Les?
What are you guys doing? Yes.
We
So
got these Archcon.
Arushalae has one of those on. Think that'll work?
Oh, nice. I don't know where mine is. I have to. Yeah, we got them at ArchCon.
For the stupid game we're not doing again.
Yeah, exactly. No succubi's here. Just a couple of Groucho Marx dudes. All right. So yeah, she would tell you that. As far as just like your average demon in the street, probably not. The Templars, the Baphometians, then yeah, maybe.
There we go.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
It made Mike's camera freeze. It broke his camera.
Capturing the image. All right, here we go. Just for the recap. All right, back in business. Okay, so yeah, you guys are kind of far away, but Arushalae would say, "Look, I don't know that the prisoner gambit would work if we ran into the wrong Baphometians. They would know. There were plenty of temple guys in Drezen in and out while I was a prisoner there."
Why is Mike buffering? What did you do to him?
When he started putting on his disguise, it just went out.
Freaked out, huh?
So she's
So
like,
he dropped-
we could try it, but she goes, it might not work.
Okay,
He
we're not
dropped
gonna
out of
try.
the. He'll probably come back in a second, but he's out.
Can we send? So Gordon Jennifer's was like, can we send Beru? So I just got a text from Mike. He said, PC just blue screened. Be right back. We'll be right back. Hey, my keyboard doesn't work. His is blue screen, and it must be some sort of electrical activity going on in this region. So yeah, she would say she's willing to do it or try it, but she's like, look, my face is known to a lot of Templars, and they knew of my situation. So I mean, if
It's not going to work.
If we run into the wrong ones, or anybody who's talked to the wrong ones, I mean, amongst these guys, heretic succubus is. I mean, not only is it interesting, but also a little bit titillating, isn't it? It's clickbait.
Well, we could try the opposite.
I could do my my world famous parlay move. I'll just charge up to him. Parlay.
Say that again, Dan.
We could try the opposite. A couple of scruffy looking members
bounty hunters.
Prisoner.
Bringing in the succubus as a prisoner.
Ooh, the reverse Chewbacca.
We're
The reverse Chewbacca.
Yeah. Don't try this at home, kids.
yeah.
I don't know.
Throw your back
Usually-
with the reverse
usually,
Chewbacca.
like, frankly, I don't know if they would know that there were bounty hunters but I mean, they would know. It's likely they would know that she was a prisoner or had been a prisoner.
We
Had
could,
been a prisoner.
we could describe the hag pretty well. As long as somebody doesn't cast detect good on us, it might work.
Well, they probably will do detect good. We're just hoping to get close enough by the time they do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense. Ohm's got the dwarf's armor, right? The spiky looking scary armor. We could have him befriend as the bounty hunter. Or they might actually know that armor from the Citadel of Drezen, right?
They might.
So we could have him. I mean, it's a dwarf, right? He could just have the visor down and he's out for a ride.
Buttons back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody knows
keeps
he's got
getting
that.
better.
Everybody knows that he's got that resurrection spell on it.
Wow, did you just say all dwarves look the same? That's so racist.
I said a dwarf was a dwarf. Throw the visor down.
What are you guys gonna do?
We're gonna do that.
That sounds like a good idea.
Even though it was come up with by a apparently virulent anti-dwarf racist.
Yes.
And a barbarian.
Both of whom are borderline insane, by the way. So.
Yeah. So
Good point.
Unless Beru is going to get pretty antsy, and he's going to probably want to try to go find Bardos on his own.
He's gonna want to go ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
use him.
It would-
Probably jump out of whoever's been holding him and try to get into that place.
and just take off.
Yeah, and about 60 feet, he can actually talk to Bardos and figure out what's going on with him.
Okay.
So he's going to try to get close enough to do that to where he can see what's happening to him.
Okay. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna think that Beru will probably outpace the team quite a bit, especially since everybody seems to be blue screening of death and nobody has a keyboard that works. So when Beru gets close, give me a perception check.
Who?
Well, it would be Gordon, I think.
So Beru's going to jump out of my hands?
Oh yeah, and run away.
Yeah, he'll tell you he's gonna go try to find Bardos.
I'm gonna.
Done with the silly human plan.
I'm not running into the hold, but I am gonna slip away from everyone and use stealth.
Well, I tried to send you a message, Gordon, and tell you what happened, but my keyboard doesn't work. So you're gonna stealth, Don?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't know, but that's a great perception check. But I mean, unless Beru comes back and tells you, you don't know what he finds out. And based on what you're saying, Gordon, I think you're right. I don't know that Beru would come back. His loyalty is to Bardos specifically and solely.
Right.
And while he's been, pleased to travel with you guys, it's been completely in service of finding his master.
Well, that's the last time I feed that little effer.
He's hoping that also. He hopes Bruce. I mean.
All right. So are you guys going to try? Hey, Mike's back. So are you guys going to try? So the plan that they're doing a reverse Chewbacca. So
What?
the first plan was the reverse Chewbacca in that the idea that Arushalae would pretend that she had captured all you guys and were bringing them in as prisoners. But that wouldn't work because, as Arushalae said, the Templars were in and out of Citadel Drezen all the time. They knew that they had a heretic succubus in there. Some of them had seen her. If those guys happened to be here, they'd know exactly that the scam was afoot.
That was the Chewbacca. Then we went to reverse Chewbacca. Get it
that was
straight.
the Chewbacca. All right, I thought we were in a reverse Chewbacca.
No.
And now we're in a Chewbacca suplex.
Chewbacca suplex. So in this case, the plan is to take Arushalae as prisoner and pretend to be
Bounty hunters.
either bounty hunters or Ohm is wearing Staunton Vane's old spike armor. So there's some talk of him maybe even impersonating up to a point Staunton Vane.
Well,
Just
how
to get
long has it been since we killed Staunton Vane?
It's been 2 days. No, it's been a couple of weeks. Hold on, let me.
Wasn't there some of those guys that left after they found out we killed Staunton Vane?
Yeah, but everybody knew he was that resurrection spell.
So today is Lamachan 20. You guys killed. Let me see. Drezen Reclaimed happened on Rova 24th, so almost a month.
I would think it would be pretty common knowledge that it fell and that Staunton's dead.
Everybody.
It would certainly. I mean, these guys are. You're only about where you guys are right now. You're only about 4 days travel from Citadel Drezen, and you'll remember when you guys were on the final approaches of taking the Citadel, that you'll remember that first the Vrox left and then the Templars left. They bolted. So
the succubus thing would work, but I don't think the Staunton Vein thing would work.
Yeah, no, that armor is going to give him away as an enemy pretty quick, I would bet.
Yeah.
So who wants to go with me as a bounty hunter?
Farina?
female elf, huge bounty hunters. Yeah, and frankly, there's just you can't swing a cat around in the whirlpool without hitting a couple of elves.
Yeah.
Look, let's face it. We're going to get to within like 200 yards, and it's going to become a full frontal attack anyway.
Right.
That's what we
just do
excel at.
this to get close.
All right. So what do you guys? So what disguises are you putting together?
Well, I'm just wearing like plain old armor and stuff anyway, so I don't have anything I need to hide. No religious symbols or anything.
Okay.
Arushalae will say, I want my bow, so if I'm going to be a prisoner, then you need to be holding my bow, so when it goes south, you can just pass that to me.
Flashheart will wax his mustache to make it curl up on the ends to give him that.
Oh, well,
that
makes him evil anyway.
Yeah.
There's no way a lawful good paladin would have those.
Yeah, no way.
This goes to wax his mustache into a full snidely.
Like,
I like
in disguise, guys. Let's do it.
And so, Gatto, you're stealthing around. You're coming up from the side or however you want to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Farina, what about you and Otto? Are you guys just going to like hang back and put your hood up, that kind of thing?
You want nothing to do with this plan.
Oh, hey.
Listening. I'm listening.
Okay. So I assume you're going to be like in the back of the party with a hood up. You're not going to advertise the fact that you're a female elf?
No, and I'll have Otto kind of stealthed off to the side.
Is he going to go with Gatto?
Yeah.
If you can find him.
Sure.
Okay. So those two are stealthing away.
He can find me.
Okay, he is sent. Who else is there? Lothar, I mean, you could probably look a little scruffy. No problem. Flashheart, I'm assuming you're going to do hide radiance and that kind of thing. Maybe cloak up, snidely your mustache, that kind of stuff.
Yep, exactly.
All right. What about, and then Arushalae, so she's been essentially carrying Illendar. If she's a prisoner, I mean, would you continue to have her carry Illendar, or are you going to figure out something?
You'd have your prisoners carry all your crap.
Okay, so she'll continue to carry the body of the drow.
We have a Sylvan hideaway we can use. I mentioned that earlier. We could stash Illendar wherever we want for a few hours.
That's probably best.
So just a quarter mile away from the Fane, you're just going to create this thing and put Illendar in there?
He has a pretty good shield, I mean, if she keeps carrying him.
Yeah.
Not like he'll get hurt.
We can leave Illendar behind, unless he objects. Oh, no, I think he's good with it.
Didn't hear an objection. Okay, good.
All right. So you guys get that. Gatto and Otto kind of like creep off into the distance and then disappear from sight. The rest of you begin coming towards the Fane. You can see this building sort of getting larger and larger, looming larger and larger as you approach. And you can see, when you get to be within about 200, 300 yards, you do see a couple of guys sort of stand up. They were sitting around. It didn't look like, from your point of view, they didn't look to be super on top of like the whole guard experience. So they were sitting on the steps.
Because they probably really don't have a lot to go.
Yeah, there's one of them was like, smoking a pipe, that kind of thing. So they do stand up, and you can see they pull out these glaives and begin, and then they get into like formation. So like a little triangle, one in front, two to the wings, and they're like in the middle of the thing, and they come out about 50 yards or so. And you hear the first one yell out. You guys get to within 50 yards of them, and you hear the one in front yell out, "Halt! Who comes towards the fane?" He was directing that at you guys.
Oh, okay.
Sure. He wasn't like talking to the dudes next to him. He was, that was at you.
So if Arushalae's going to help this ruse, would that be a bluff check for her to like look like she's aggravated and unhand me and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
That'd be a bluff check.
Yeah. You just wanted to roll some of her stats, aren't you?
She's got one skill that's just absurdly high. I just wanted to use it once.
Is it bluff? Yeah. That's a 54 bluff check.
So
they're totally bought in.
So you laugh about that. So she is going to add to the performance and kind of do all the unhand me and you stupid call them names, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Holy shit!
So she nat 20s with a 66. With a 66.
Hold on, I gotta take a picture of this.
We're gonna Tootsie Roll food.
Illendar who?
Hold that. That may be the highest roll I've ever seen.
I'm just going by. Well, she's a succubus, so
she is.
Yeah, this is her jam.
That's kind of her thing.
This is my jam. Plus 46. I was just joking around when I said she's gonna roll a 50.
Yeah, sorry, Illendar. We're keeping this chick.
Hot chick, drow. Yeah, I think we're going with her.
So you guys are sort of like shocked at this display because Arushalae goes from being, sort of her normal.
At us.
Her normal personality is quite subdued. I mean, she's not. She talks softly. You can tell that she's trying to sort of subdue her natural sort of ebullience, her natural sort of charisma, to not put. She's essentially trying to put you guys at ease for a lot of things. Just being around her, I mean, she understands that most humans and demi-humans would respond to a succubus either quite positively or massively negatively, and she's trying not to generate either of those reactions. As you guys are walking up, and these guys are, "Who goes there? You guys, who approaches the fane?" And then she goes into this mini tirade of like, "You stupid, get your heads off," that kind of thing. And you guys are like shocked because it's the first time that she's ever done anything like this. And frankly, if you hadn't spent the last 3 days with her, you would literally think that you had a prisoner of a succubus. You're like, did we take her prisoner? You're all looking around. So you see the one guy's sort of kind of forward and you hear them yell out, "Is that the heretic succubus? Ha ha! Yes, they got her! All right!" And you can see them, they're like giving each other like Baphometian high fives and clanking their glaives together. And they're like, "Yes, all right!" And you could see them, like 2 of them head back into the fane, and the other one sort of starts running up to it a trot. He throws open his face mask, and he's got his glaive on, sort of on the back as he sort of runs up. He's like, "Excellent work! I can't believe you guys got her. They've been looking all over for her. We heard that they were sending bounty hunters. We didn't know it would be you guys. You brought her here. That's fantastic. They'll be feasting tonight. Well done, well done." So this guy approaches to within.
As she looks back at who's close, probably Fletcher's closest to her. She looks back and winks at him.
And Fletcher's like, like a chill runs down his spine. Apart, massive sexual attraction and also massive fear.
And
so it's like high school all over again.
Yeah, exactly. Running into She-Hulk. All right, so this guy is coming and running up, and so he's approaching between, it's 30 yards, 25 yards, kind of like trotting up, and then but he comes up to within 10 feet. You guys are like, I don't know who you guys are, but it's great. He comes up to Arushalae, and he's like, oh, and he just kind of like steps up to her, and let me do a quick perception check real quick. And let me see what these guys' perception roll is. Oh, wait, my keyboard doesn't work, so I have to switch things manually here. They have a +5 perception. Let's see if he can beat that bluff check. Not.
Good roll, but not good enough.
And it was good roll, but not good enough. So he overlooks the fact that she has no chains or anything on her, and just basically
And she's got a dagger out to his face. No.
Yeah, and basically just walks up to her. He doesn't get very close, maybe 3 or 4 feet, and he's just like, back in custody. Well, it was about time. I hope you enjoyed your little taste of freedom. And she kind of looks down, at the ground, and in sort of mock, sort of contrition. He's like, I hope you enjoyed your little taste of freedom, because it's the last you're gonna get. And he looks at you guys. He's like, I can't believe you guys managed to get her. I mean, everybody's been talking about this, especially after Drezen fell. You guys heard about that, right? Oh my God! We had a bunch of crusaders come out of nowhere and just take the citadel. They laid siege to it for like a week. Finally they sent some sort of commando group inside.
Hey, Les, this is the only guy out here now, right?
Yeah, he's the only dude. The other 2 dudes went inside.
Okay. I start to walk towards him and say, yeah, we heard about Drezen.
So he kind of looks at you. He's like,
how close does he let me get to him?
Well, with the 14, he just assumes you're a fellow bounty hunter. He's like, hey, yeah. So you were like, yeah, we heard about Drezen. He's like, oh man, it's a hell of a thing. I'll tell you what, Aponavicius is not happy, and neither. But we Baphomet, we backed out of there pretty quick once we knew the writing was on the wall. So we got out of there. I figured, come back here, regroup. We'll figure out our next move. Figure out how to drive the Crusaders out of there. I heard that a dwarven army showed up, so it might be a bit of a pinch out there, but you know how it goes.
Does he let me get within 5 feet of him?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I say, yeah, we noticed that you Baphometians left awfully quick.
Who?
And I go into a rage and attack him.
You're like, rah! And you sort of like throw off your cloak, and what do you use? The hammer?
I can leave the cloak on, but yeah, I'm using the hammer.
Well, I think you would probably like in rage, or just be like, rah! And you just like cloud him with it?
Yep.
All right, let's roll for initiative. Woohoo!
Good.
What?
Good thing I got a surprise round.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, let's see what happens. I'm going to have to write things down.
Where'd the tracker go?
Are we
Yeah,
all
that should have
right?
gone straight to the tracker.
Because I can't type in the numbers.
Les has to open the tracker.
If you open it, we should go directly in there.
Yeah, but I still.
Don taught us how to do that.
You guys can type in your own numbers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Open the
so we're
tracker.
all 20s now.
Tracker.
Now
is
it's too
now
late.
open.
Oh, I got it.
Oh,
It didn't work.
we need to be on the thing so we can select us.
Oh,
You
right.
have to highlight your character and then do it.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to clear the list. All right, one moment,
Can
please.
you bring up a map with us on it?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, dude. Give me 2
Okay.
seconds. Okay. I don't have a keyboard here.
Why aren't you doing it now?
I'm Sam's keyboard. All right, hold on. Let me draw this real quick. Let's be in the back. I don't have enough room to do this kind of thing. So let's do this. He's gonna be in the back. He's gonna be flying up. She's in front. Fletcher.
Do you have an external keyboard? What if you plugged in an external keyboard?
No, I don't.
Okay.
All right. How about now? Let's see if this works. All right. Can you guys? What do you guys see? Hold on. Let me change here. All right. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right, turn order is in. You guys can, if you guys can put your own things in there, I'll put mine to do the best I can.
How do we put it in, Don?
You got to right click.
Highlight your character, and then if you've got that macro I sent,
Yeah. How?
It seems that it's working now if we roll, but it's changing the number.
Mine didn't work if I roll, so I've clicked on my character. And then
right,
I run.
and then you roll 1d20 plus whatever, ampersand, and then the word tracker in brackets.
Can you do mine?
Oh, the words tracker.
The tracker's in the squiggly brackets, right?
Right.
I need it. Holmes not up there with us, but I can find it
I
anyway.
didn't follow what Don said.
Oh, okay.
I can't type it in because it'll actually do it.
Okay.
So type in 1d20.
Where do I type that in?
Just in
Oh,
where you
1d20.
normally,
Okay. 1d20. Okay.
okay, and what's your bonus for initiative?
2.
So plus 2.02
Oh,
space
Mine-
ampersand.
yeah. When I did mine, it said, "Oh, never mind. Go ahead."
You have to select your character and then do it. Ampersand, left bracket, tracker, right bracket, and hit enter.
Left bracket tracker. Okay. Where the hell's the bracket? Okay. Left bracket.
Once you're on the list, Mike, you can just type your number in. Like I changed mine to a 4.
Cannot read property at lowercase.
Don, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you can you right click and add my guy's turn at 22? I gave you control of him.
Oh, yes. Okay, hold on.
This guy right here I'm talking about.
Did you hear that Holmes not on there, Les?
I just put him on there.
Oh, okay.
He's right next to
which guy?
he's right next to Fletcher now. This guy right here.
There you go.
I don't have control of Arushalae, and she's not on there.
Yeah, she's right here. But I will give you control.
She's below Ohm.
How about Beru and Bardos? You want something from them? They out of the picture.
Les, what is your bonus?
They're not in the picture right now. I already rolled it. It's a 20. I rolled a 22. My dex bonus is
Hold on. You rolled a 22.
0.
You just need it in there.
Yeah. All right, Illendar, I think you should now have Arushalae. If you want to go ahead and put her hit points and stuff in there, that'd be good.
Okay.
Les, I got it in there.
Beautiful, thank you.
Now, how do I get added to the turn order thing?
You right click on your guy.
Uh-huh.
And hit add turn, and then type in what you rolled for initiative.
Right click on my guy. I get the normal settings and whatever stuff.
Did I do that right? I don't see myself. I see my.
Right click on Arushalae.
I think the GM has to do that.
For me?
Oh, Matt, no, you
Pretty
didn't do
bad
it right because we can see the ampersand tracker. Something's wrong in them.
You got to put a /EW in front of that, or EW.
What?
/EW. It's like coding almost.
You get tracker in parentheses. It's supposed to be the squiggly brackets
Okay.
next to the letter P.
Yeah. I got it. Everything else looks fine now?
Mike, were you able to add her turn?
Like I said, when I right click, I get the normal.
You should get a little menu that says edit, delete, copy, paste, to front, to back, advanced layer. Right click on top of her character, on top of her icon.
Is there a space between the ampersand and the bracket?
No space.
Okay.
You mean the little icon, this thing right here that I'm moving around?
Yeah.
Okay, Les, he
Yep.
doesn't see add turn. You have to add turn as a GM.
Why would he not see it? You guys all saw it.
Players, no, we're running a macro to do it.
Oh, okay.
I did the
You
macro,
can't
but
right click and see add turn.
I did the macro, but it said you wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
And you hadn't selected her yet.
Because I didn't have access to click on her yet.
Okay,
okay.
so select her and then run the macro.
Matt, I just put the macro in the last message I sent up. You just copy and paste that. Just change your number.
Where did you put it? I'm sorry.
If you see there's a Fletcher Dan, and then it says quote /EM, looks around with a
Okay.
exception. If you just make sure copy and paste that in.
From the slash over?
Yeah, the /EM.
Yeah. Okay.
But then make sure you put in the, you know what? It didn't take the brackets. That.
I feel like a moron here. Okay. So I have to put a /EM before I do it. Okay. Slash.
Well, that's the start. But hold on. Let me put in the other part. See if it makes that. Ugh.
So I would say /EM space roll 20, right? Roll 20. And then.
Yeah, it's that squiggly bracket that you got to use, though.
2.02.
See if that works. No, it still didn't work. It keeps changing the code. Dang it. How do we get it to do that?
Is everybody in?
No.
No, Matt's
Okay,
not.
who's not in?
Matt.
I'm not.
I feel like a moron here. Okay.
Control of Matt's person. Where is
Okay, mine's in now. I was able to fix the macro. It's working.
Okay, Don, I gave you.
It worked, Matt.
Flashcard?
I gave you access to Flashcard, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Flashcard, what's your bonus?
2.
Get him in?
Thank
Everybody
you.
in?
Everyone's in.
All right, I just
Thanks,
set it up.
thanks, Don. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, so Gatto's going to be up first, and then Arushalae. So, but first, Fletcher has a surprise round during which he can do whatever he wants.
Good thing, because he's going last in the initiative.
Yeah, that'll go last.
Just so
Since
you guys
I was
know,
within
the
5
difference-
feet, can I do a
difference
full attack
between
action?
Black is about 50 yards on the map. So you see where that line where it changes into a dark map?
Yeah.
That's about 50 yards away.
Right, but I said I was walking towards the guy until I got within 5 feet of him, the guy that came towards him.
Yeah, no. So right here is where this battle is taking place.
Okay,
You're
got it.
literally right in front of him.
Since I'm within 5 feet, can I do a full attack action or just one attack?
Well, surprise round is just a single action.
Single action.
Okay. We'll just do that then. But I am raging and I'm using surprise accuracy.
Okay. 25, let me check. He's wearing armor and has a glaive, although he is flat-footed.
It's flat-footed.
25 will hit. Ooh, 31 points of damage. That is a whopper. He's just like not even paying attention. And you come up to him and you're like, yeah, I remember Drezen. And he kind of looks up, and at that point, cloak flies open, hammer flies up. You catch him right under the chin, and he's just like, wham! And he is not, I can't do the numbers. I can't do the numbers.
You restart?
Okay, so I'm going to have to restart, see if that works. All right, so talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I'll be right back.
We will.
Well, who still has control over stuff? Don, can you have control over his character?
Can you start giving us artifacts?
Yeah. Do you each make us in the third?
Hurry up before we get back.
Nice, Don.
While he was gone.
We finished him off. Now he's gone.
I don't know why he only had 31 hit points. That doesn't seem like a really strong guard, but okay.
I know.
Look at me, I'm the captain now.
Yeah, you guys are joking about, oh, Illendar who? Yeah, this chick's not on par with the party.
Yeah, that plus 46 kind of, Jesus.
No, that is by far, that's like double her next skill.
Wow.
So, but like I said, I just wanted to see that just because.
They're very good at bluff, but other than that,
Yeah.
Seducing, yeah.
aren't they 4th level or CR4?
Arushalae, she's not even close to 4th CR4.
Really?
I'll give you a hint. She could probably take any 2 party members, and if it's the right 2 or 3 or 4 of them, she could probably take them.
Okay.
So she is definitely not one that I'm going to stick with just because she drastically counterbalances the party.
She's way overpowered.
Les might have something bad happen to her.
Yeah, remember that really useful bug we had in that undead city there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he exploded.
No, you guys have seen that she kind of is always, like for instance, Flashheart, you would see a lot of time that she is kind of looking at you almost with a lustful eye, and then she kind of catches herself and like shakes it off and looks away. So she is, everything that you guys have seen her when you've been camping with her and traveling with her, you see her pulling back on a bunch of stuff.
Cool.
And so that's kind of what I'm doing with combat. She's doing the same thing in combat, just so she doesn't quite super outbalance. But it's because when you guys see her just moving around doing stuff, she always seems like she's not all in. She's being very careful and being very measured.
I'll to make it easier on Arushalae, I'll stop slow mowing my hair shake over my shoulder.
Doing the whole, you know.
Slow motion running.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just on my solo flex over here.
Yeah, for God's sake, quit peck popping.
Yeah, he walks around. He's like, all of a sudden, you guys notice that Flashheart like rarely has his shirt on now. He's walking around. Oh, I'm just here.
Armor up.
This armor's. Oh, I'm so tense.
Totally Captain Kirk.
I can see her like, just stop it.
Whose caramel sauce is this? I'm going to pour it all over. It really helps keep away the sturges.
Oh.
This is just. I think Les is packed it in for the evening, gone to sleep. So,
Yeah.
Don, you're running it now.
Could we all pitch in to get Les a new computer?
Yeah.
Actually, all we need to do is get him a new keyboard.
Also, it's part of his laptop.
We just need to get him an external keyboard.
Yeah.
I got like 4 of those laying around.
I know.
Yeah, somebody give him one.
We'll run it over real quick.
Let's everybody ship him one keyboard tonight.
Oh, hey, Don.
Yeah, Amazon.
Yo.
We probably need to be at your house on Friday. The Friday after that, it's my house, but this Friday probably needs to be at yours.
That'd be cool.
So just so you can
Somebody
prep.
needs to pick up Steve.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Hey, Don, rules check. My intent is after this hit to let go of the hammer. Can I do that even though it's a surprise round?
You
Yeah,
can drop it.
let go is a free action, yeah.
Okay. Can I also take a 5-foot step back or no?
No.
Okay. So I'll stand there without a weapon in my hand.
Right.
With this guy pinned to the ground.
With him pinned to the ground and unable to do anything to attack me. But he said he had a glaive, which is a reach weapon, so he can't swing at me if I stay close.
He must be 5 feet away from you.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that'd be perfect.
He has to be 10 feet away from you to use it.
Who around Arushalae is holding her bow? So it looked like she was, captured.
Gatto has it.
Serena.
Okay. He's got it, and he's actually already waiting. He's like, got it under his clothes. What bow? I've always had this bow.
He's already got up on eBay.
Yeah, as soon as he reached out the hammer to swing, she would have been reaching for that bow.
By the way, I didn't get a chance to mention just really quick for Fletcher leveling. when he rages now, you notice he has fur. Damage went up by about 33%. This was a very big level for him.
Nice.
That 31 is a terrible roll. He should have
Yes, I know.
This is a very big level for Illendar too, that none of you guys can tell.
been. Yeah.
Actually, it is a big level for Illendar. He's a succubus now.
He went away for a couple weekends and came back as a succubus.
You guys didn't know that was one of the summoner things. I took the become succubus feat.
Little trip to
I got
Switzerland.
I got a text from Les saying the computer's slowly restarting, but should be another minute or two.
So you took a nice little trip to Switzerland, saw a nice doctor. Now you're a succubus.
I was going to say several doctors, and
The dragon succubus, though, right?
the dragon. Like this is gonna be nice when the NPC figures out she can say dragon and get Gato smacked in the head. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate insult. It's bad enough if players do it, but when an NPC does it,
I see less on roll 20.
You enlarge all our characters while he's gone. We cast mass enlarge.
Les doesn't have a desktop, huh? He just has a laptop he uses?
Yeah.
Do people still have desktops?
I'm on one right now.
I do. I make them.
Yeah, I build mine. So I'm a gamer though, so I have to build super computers and.
Yeah. Once my son was born, my desktop went away, and I just had my work laptop and various tablets and whatnot around. Never have enough time to sit at a desktop anymore.
Well, they're that much more powerful than a laptop these days, anyway. So.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not so much the power as the fact that you can change stuff out, upgrade them, fix them.
Well, that's true, yeah.
A lot easier than you can a laptop.
Yeah, your laptop, you're
That's
kind
true.
of, aside from like hard drive and memory, you're kind of stuck with what you bought.
Yep.
PC, you just take one part out, no matter what it is, and replace it, and you upgrade that one part.
No.
He lasts longer, too. I've gone through 3 laptops in the time that I've had this desktop.
Wow.
Hey, there's Les.
You losers hear me?
No.
Don't answer. Don't answer.
Don't answer. Don't answer, guys. Don't answer.
It's a trap.
All right. I think.
We all have artifacts now.
Oh, damn. I knew I shouldn't have left you guys in charge. Crucial mistake.
So is your keyboard working now?
It does seem to be working now, but man, it gave me a scare there because the first time it restarted, nothing. And it was going into BIOS and all this other stuff. It's like, would you like to do normal startup or the kind of startup that no one ever does?
Or would you that erases your whole computer?
Yeah. I was like, and then somebody said dragon, and all I heard was this.
There you go.
Set self-destruct.
While you were gone, Lothar decided to teach the succubus the song of his people, which is, I want my dragon back, dragon back, dragon back.
Just in spare time.
Just keeps happening.
At least now the sound effects are working.
You stop. You can't just like automatically kill my guys. First of all, let me just say that is pretty sure.
Well, he did it with
against the rules.
He did it with the artifact that Fletcher found.
All right, because of that, I'm taking a full penalty and giving them all their hit points back.
But you killed him before you left.
No, I didn't.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Yeah. All right. So, hell of a SWAT that you guys gave him, that Fletcher gave, I should say you guys, because it was all Fletcher's doing. Just kind of rolls up there, he's like, yeah, I remember Drezen. Bam! And just like smack the crap out of him. At which point everybody's kind of like, oh, I guess we're fighting now. So he just gets clonked in his back. But he whips that glaive out and has his shield up. And he's like, aha, you are scumbags. We're gonna fix this. So Gatto.
Hey, Les.
Yeah.
Les. Last part of my turn, I dropped the hammer.
So you drop. So are you drop the hammer in the way that you're anchoring him?
Correct.
Okay, so he is now stuck there. Even though he can fight, he cannot move. If I recall correctly, he cannot move from that space. Or he can do a strength check to try and drag
You
it.
can do with like a DC.
Yeah,
Drag it. Yeah, strength check 30.
Hey,
Exactly.
Les,
Yeah.
you're gonna hate something that comes up soon.
I hate most of the stuff you guys
That's
do.
a typical Sunday night for him.
That's why I have gin and tonics handy, so that the hate is moderated. You know, it's really what separates us from the chimpanzees is we take all our hate and lust and we pour alcohol and denial over the top of it, and that's what separates us.
So
All right.
Gatto's up,
Yep.
and these are correct distances.
Not really. So I got you on the board here. The squares are 5-foot squares, so the distances in that case are correct. Yes.
I'm gonna double move to get to that spot.
All right, so you're going to go there on the other sort of along the edge of the thing.
Right.
And if I recall correctly, your stealth was 34.
Yeah.
All right.
My turn.
Are you going to keep stealthing?
Yes. Right now I am.
Okay, hold on one moment. I should probably have the actual books open.
Did you need us to roll a stealth roll, Les?
Well, he rolled one already, and I think I don't know if Otto did though.
He did not.
Go ahead and give me an auto stealth-a-roo, just to see if he's keeping up. Why am I looking at that? That doesn't make any sense at all. That doesn't make any sense either. All right, so 23 for the for Otto the Ottonian. Let me see what these guys have by way of perceptione. See if they can spot these dudes. Un momento, por favor. Sorry, I wasn't completely. I was so excited to get back into the thing that I completely was like, books? I don't. Where I'm going, I don't need books. Hold on, just a second. All right, I'm close. Here we go. Ivory Templar. All right, here we go. They have a perception of +5. So let's see. All right, I'm not so much rolling for the guy that Fletcher is basically beating the shit out of, because he's not in a position. But there is still one guy in a position to maybe approaching. But he is so elated with the fact that you guys have captured the heresy.
He's partying.
He's not paying attention to any of this. So Gatto, you move forward up into that point. So you will see there's a guy. That guy, as you approach, you see this guy. He's still he's standing in the doorway. You don't know where the other dude is, but that's one of the 3 dudes that was there.
Right.
Just sort of standing in the doorway.
So he must be looking the other way.
He must be, yeah, he's looking inside, doesn't see Gatto at all. All right, so Arushalae is up. And I'm very curious to see what she would do, considering the various limitations that we have placed on her in all of our discussion.
She doesn't have a bow yet either.
Yeah, who did we say has her bow?
I don't know. Maybe Flashheart has it.
Oh, you missed the conversation we had when you took off. It was even better than that. She is going to use a move action to go grab her bow.
Okay.
And then for the other actions, just to get an arrow ready in it and just stop and wait. And
Next turn.
Okay. Now, just to let you know, these guys are humans. So just a tip off to you. All right. Awesome. So she grabs her bow and pulls an arrow.
Yep.
Now it's his turn. This guy is, frankly, a little bit nonplussed by the fact that these people who he immediately thought were friends, and we'd already talked about feasting, now are being like super not cool. So he is going to do a couple of things. One, he is going to, as a swift action, enact an aura of cowardice around him, which will include everybody within 10 feet, and that's a lot of you. So let me go ahead and take a look real quick at what an aura of cowardice does. While I'm doing that, Flashheart, give me a perception check.
1 second. $23.
23. All right. So as this wave, so at third level, these guys radiate a palpable, daunting aura that causes all enemies within 10 feet to take a -4 penalty on saving throws against fear effects. Creatures that are normally immune to fear lose that immunity within 10 feet of these guys. So those of you who are immune to fear, which I think is only you, Flashheart, are immune to fear, you feel that immunity disappear, and you realize that you are in the presence of an anti-paladin.
Dun, dun, dun.
A Baphometian anti-paladin, which in your case might be your biggest enemy.
Oh, well, it's on now.
It is.
All right, sorry, boys.
Unlike Donkey Kong.
It's on like Donkey Kong. All right, so he is going to.
Is this? Wait, this is the anti-paladin, or do we not see him yet? This is him.
No, the guy I whacked.
Guy right next to us.
This guy right here.
He's an anti-paladin.
Yeah.
They got paladins on the door now. All
They're
right.
all anti-paladins.
They might all be anti-paladins. We're in book
okay.
3, Home Slice. This is the show.
All right.
So he is going to take a 5-foot step.
No, he's not.
No, he doesn't. He's got the hammer on him.
Can't. So let me check. I gotta check some feats here. Make sure he has quick draw, which I believe he does. Shit, he does not. So he is going to. So he's enacted a swift action as a.
He can try to move, but he has to do a 30 strength check.
Which he is not going to be able to do. I mean, he's got +4, but I mean.
I was counting on that, but you can waste your time with it.
Yeah. I don't want to do it. So he realizes that he's too close to bring that glaive to bear. So he is going to. So he can't move. He is going to
die.
No, he's going to channel negative energy. So I need some will saves, DC 15 will saves from all of you, as he bursts and throws his glaive to the ground.
Will save.
7.
And everybody's making their will saves. Oh, whoever that was didn't make it.
That's Farina.
Okay. Anybody else?
Fletcher made it.
Oh, Arushalae. Oh, she made it. Okay. 8. Jeez. He's so disconcerted he can't channel energy properly. So anybody, I think it's only Farina missed her save. She takes 8 points of damage. The rest of you take 4 points of negative energy damage. And he is drawing a short sword from in his belt. After he hit her, so he won't have it ready until next time.
Hey Les, is that action should be enough to solidify something, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The answer to that
It doesn't trigger an attack of opportunity, right?
I don't think channeling does.
No, it doesn't. Nope.
No, drawing the weapon.
I'm wondering if drawing a weapon does if he's right next to you.
I think it does if you're right next to him.
All right, that's good. We're gonna have to check.
While you figure that out, Flasher are still wounded from the last battle. I assume we're all max healed up.
Yeah,
again, so
we were all healed.
I just corrected that.
Half. You guys all have half damage, kind of thing. Half your hit points, something like that. Quarter.
Yeah.
Quarter of hit points.
We wanted to make it a little tougher for ourselves.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what we got here. That's not what I wanted.
Because it looked so fun last week with Illendar.
I want to be one-shotted.
Okay. All right, I want to confirm. Not withdraw. Draw or feed a weapon. All right, here we go.
I was going to heal the paladin, but he had his shirt off and had chocolate sauce all over him. So I didn't want anything to do with that. He might still be hurt.
Drawing a weapon is a move action. It applies to weapon-like things, but once, blah, blah, blah.
So Les, was your
Not say anything about it being drawing an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
It just says it's a move action.
Les, was your video still going when you were resetting the other computer?
Probably.
Page 183, draw a weapon.
You
Does
have to
not
listen
revoke.
to the conversation that you missed.
I need to listen to it.
Yeah, later.
Okay.
Yeah, drawing a weapon does not.
Okay.
Does not. Okay.
I was gonna say it doesn't say that it does here. So okay.
Sheathing a weapon does.
Sheathing your weapon. Okay.
All right. So that's what he does. So he's done. So he draws the. So as a standard action, he bursts. As a swift action, he throws down his glaive and enacts his aura of cowardice. And
He's done.
Action is that he draws. So he will be ready to fight next round. Ohm is up. Now Ohm, I think at this point you're thinking, Fletcher hasn't had a fair fight in a while. He really deserves to have a stand-up fight with this guy. So you're not going to do anything, I don't think.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I think everyone's going to think that.
I feel like this would be sort of like the chivalrous thing to do against an anti-paladin.
He's kind of scaring me with all the hair growing out of him, so I'm
A little bit more hirsute than you last remember him.
I guess I can just do a 5-foot step. Yeah, I'm just going to hit this guy.
Okay. Maybe.
28?
Yes.
Definitely. That's definitely it. All right, so he's just like, he's pulling his short sword so he can stab Fletcher, at which point he gets bonked in the head again by some other hammer.
Yeah, I gotta mess with my laptop stuff here.
Oh, believe me, I feel your pain. Just had to take a 10-minute walk while my laptop decided that it wanted to work again. 18 points of damage. All right, so that's not cool.
Hang on, I got one more attack.
You got more?
He gets a full attack, yeah.
All right, hold on,
Well, that's not going to count.
That's not going to count. All right, so that one is, so he is rocked back and forth. He can't really move, so he's sort of like, doing that thing that those old like
Weeble wobbles?
Yeah, the Weeble Wobble punching bags that you used to have when you were a kid, the inflatable ones, sort of like back and forth. So he's doing a little bit of that. He's looking pretty worse for wear. Let me do a quick perception check from the guys 50 yards away to see if they even see this thing happening. Not really. You don't think that they're paying much attention. So they figure they're calling for the feast. So they don't see anything. Farina, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
You're sitting next to Flash Art. You can just feel Flash Art just like tense up when that just moments ago when that guy enacted that aura of cowardice. You're not sure what that's about, but he's pissed off about something.
I didn't have my bow out because we were trying to look innocuous.
Okay.
So what does that cost me?
That's one action.
So then I can have.
It's a move action to draw, yeah.
So then I just get one shot with my arrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
$24. That is gonna hit. That'll hit.
Who are you shooting at?
Well, I'm assuming Flash Art, right? She's like, he's acting weird. I'm gonna shoot him. He's probably possessed. 10 points of damage. The arrow. So Ohm clocks this guy. You just draw back, and you're just like, shunk. It takes this dude right in the eye hole of the visor. He goes down like a pile of bricks. Boom! With this arrow sticking out of his head as he's laying on the ground. He lands with a thump. His glaive on the ground next to him. His short sword next to him there. He just goes down. and this sense of quiet overtakes the area.
Wait. You thought I know I was shooting at the guy in the door. You missed.
Oh, all right. Well, he does not
That's
go
why I
down.
asked.
You're shooting at that guy. Okay, so that's kind of a, what did I say, about 40, 50 yards?
Yeah.
What's the ranged increment on the longbow?
110.
10?
110.
110. All right, no problem. So that does hit him. So you do actually stick him with an arrow, at which point he like turns around, he goes, ow, and looks around, and he's like, why do I have an arrow in me? He's kind of like a little confused because he's not sure where that arrow came from. You know, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And you hear him, Gato, give me a perception check.
Nope.
Nothing. Yeah, you don't hear him. So sorry. All right. So that's Farina. Lothar, what are you doing?
I'm going to move over to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the force ring and magic missile, the one that's down.
This guy
14.
right here?
No, yeah, the one on the one that's pinned by the hammer.
Okay. That kills him.
He's dead now.
Yeah, he had 6 hit points left. 14 is more than enough to ace him out. Sadly, so we were talking about this the other day about the rules. There was several. We think that the rules of vermithrelling are too strict, and that it should count for anybody who slips in, has not hit a creature before, but comes in and enacts the kill after other people have should get an official vermithrel. Honestly, I tend to be sympathetic to that point of view. In that case, this would be an official vermithrelling.
There you go.
I think it is.
I think the vermithril tent is big enough to accommodate all parties.
All right.
Spread his legend far and wide.
I was just saying, I'm thinking anything that provides more honor to vermithril is worth it. So yes.
There you go. All right.
The ultimate goal less is for it to break containment of this group and spread to another group.
We can do that because we'll be talking. Well, we'll be talking about it at Archon in a couple of weeks. So talking about vermin guys. So all right, cool. Lothar gets the vermithril, puts this guy down. He drops. And Fletcher, I assume you reach down and pick up your hammer. Flashheart, you're up. I mean, you're just still reeling from the idea that these guys are.
Less auto moved.
Well,
auto move too.
I knew they're paladins, or I knew they were knights, but I don't think I knew they were paladins before anti-paladins.
Where did auto move?
The last time we dealt with you guys.
I've been trying to get Otto to take his bite. I forgot him, and I just couldn't get you.
Go ahead and roll it.
Do your bite.
What were you saying while she's rolling it?
So the last time we faced the Baphomedians, they had knights essentially, right, but not paladins that I faced, right?
Right. So the last ones they were. That's a miss, by the way, on that. Yep. But you've gotten his attention. He's like, "Oh shit! There's a big cat." Yeah, those were knights, but they weren't anti-paladins. These are anti-paladins.
So I could do
this guy was at least.
I can do a charge right here, right, to this to this guy.
Up the stairs?
You can charge up to double your movement.
So it is about 40 yards away. So about 120 feet. You can charge up to double your movement.
Oh yeah, so he's 100. How big are these squares? Yeah. I thought they were 5
They're
squares.
5 feet, but
These
there's
squares are 5 foot. But yeah, between the map and the white spot, there's basically about a dozen squares there.
Yeah.
All right.
So
it takes a dozen square movement to go from the white square to the mapped square.
So how far can one charge in a single round? Up to twice?
Up to twice.
Okay. So it's too far.
Yeah. So okay, so I won't charge. I will draw my. I will draw my.
Run, which is 3 times as fast. What's your
good.
speed?
25.
25. So you get 75. You get like maybe 3/4 of the way there.
Yeah.
Which means you could charge next round.
Yeah, I'll do that. So where do you want to put me? Or where do you
I'm going to put you on the borderline between dark and light, so like right there.
Borderline. Oh, I moved myself when you were doing it, so do it again.
No, it's fine. You can put it right there. That's fine. All right, so that's what it is. Fletcher, back at the bottom of the order. The guy's dead in front of you. Lothar got the vermithril. Embarrassed you, frankly, about it. And you're reaching down to pick up your hammer, and you're seriously considering vermithreling Lothar. after that drubbing that he just gave you with this guy.
I
don't condone that kind of thing, but it happens. I mean, I'm just a impartial bystander.
I make sure I stand in between the guy in the doorway and the dead body.
Okay, you move in front.
Yeah, move in front, and then do a straight line towards the guy and the stairs. Do a triple move, yelling, "We're under attack! We're under attack!"
Okay, so that's a bluff check.
Yeah,
Go ahead, roll the
but I'll
bluff
try.
check, and I have to do a sense motive.
Can Arushalae roll that check for him?
Yeah, I was about to say.
So he has plus 11 on his sense motive. So this may not work as well as hoped.
Yeah, that's okay. It was just supposed to try.
Oh, but just barely. So at first he's like, "Wait, oh, we are under attack?" He's like, "Wait a minute, we're under attack by you." So
I didn't say that. I just said we were under attack.
he seems clued in, and I think helping him a little bit is the arrow that's currently stuck in him.
That probably does, yeah.
He's giving it away a little bit.
And the cat trying to tear his leg off.
The cat trying to bite him, which he has seen. So, that kind of thing. Gatto's up.
Les, I would move 90 feet on the run.
All right, so you are a little closer than Flashheart. I'm going to just put you right here, okay?
Okay.
So you are about 30 feet. Flashheart is about 40 to 45 feet away from the steps.
Got it.
These guys here are steps. All right. Gatto.
He's staying there. He's not doing anything. He's waiting to see what goes on.
Okay. Arushalae.
Do it, Les. I'm delaying
Okay.
in case something comes up.
Yeah, we can reinsert you.
So since she moves almost twice as fast as him, she's going to run to Flashheart. She'll be able to get to him with one movement.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? You can't split. Okay. She's going to get there and then ask him, "Is that guy evil?" and point to the guy up on the stairs.
Is that what she asks him, or does she ask him something else?
Can I lick the chocolate sauce off you?
Sorry. You guys got a succubus in the party now. I'm going to be playing this like 6 to 10 times.
She asked me for the chocolate sauce.
Yeah, Flashheart's
Or was
gonna.
it caramel sauce? What sauce was it?
Yeah, it's caramel sauce.
Caramel
Yeah.
sauce.
Flashheart's gonna suck in his gut a little bit more, and and more. I mean, like,
All right, so what does she ask, Flashheart?
She points up and asks, "Is that guy evil?" But she doesn't do anything. She just has her bow, has the arrow pulled back, ready to shoot, but she's waiting to hear from him what he says.
Okay.
oh yeah,
She can't do anything until his next round. So
I can sense from here, can't I, Les? I'm pretty sure.
on your turn, you can.
Yeah,
Sensi,
you're right,
what's the range on that?
Yeah, that's a good
60
question.
60 feet.
60 feet? So you are.
I think it's 60.
But you
Don,
won't,
Don can confirm that.
you won't be able to tell for sure until next round when it's your turn.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
But she says, "I need to know if he's evil."
I'm gonna find this succubus jogging next to me, distracting to my rage charge.
All right, so a couple of things happen. So Gatto, give me a perception check. Fletcher, give me a perception check. 19. All right. What about you, Fletcheroo? 34. All right, Gatto, you hear this guy yelling something into the room, but you don't sure what it is. Fletcher, you hear exactly what this guy says. The guy says, "We are under attack. Somebody alert Zenidra. Somebody alert Zenidra." And then he...
Do I know that name?
You do not.
Sounds evil.
You do not know that name. And then this guy turns around, pulls his leg away from Otto, and stands in the middle of the thing with his glaive out, waiting for you guys to come at him.
Okey-dokey.
Okay. He's going to go there. Yeah, okay. All right. That's what they're going to do. Ohm is up.
I'm going to do a standard action to activate his fleet boots.
Okay.
Gets his move to 50, and then he's going to do a running move for his move.
All right. So you will actually could reach the stairs. Now you won't be able to attack, but you can get to the bottom to those stairs.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
All right. I'm gonna. You could move yourself on either side there if you want to. Whatever. However you want to work there. Farina and Otto. You're still a little high from the kick of shooting that guy from 120 feet away, sticking that arrow in him. Feel like you want to try it again, maybe.
How far is she away from him?
I thought it was
About 120 feet.
So if you just move about 10 feet closer, you don't have the -2 range penalty.
Correct.
well, you got to.
So I'd probably do a full move and then, yeah.
Move me whatever you want to move me to be 10 feet closer or less.
Okay.
So that means I just get 1 arrow again, correct?
Correct, but no range penalty.
Well, I might as well. If I'm going to do that, I might as well take a full move. And get
Actually, you do a triple run then.
But she can't shoot afterwards.
Can't shoot then.
She can do so. She does. Farina, you don't wear armor, do you? Like metal armor or heavy armor?
In shirt.
Chainmail shirt,
Is that considered heavy or medium armor?
medium.
Light.
Is it light?
Yeah.
If it's light armor,
Chainmail shirt? Yeah, his chainmail shirt is light.
okay. So if it's light armor, she can
Times 4.
quadruple thing. So which means you could get to the bottom of the steps too. Is that what you want to do?
But not fire, though.
Right.
Is the corner of the building here?
Yeah.
That's where I want to go.
Okay. You want to go to the corner of the building, so like right over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
That takes-
definitely the corner of the building.
Can you push me back? I want to take some cover.
Okay. You can do that.
And then that's triple move, so I get no shot this time, right?
No.
But Otto should be able to. How tall? He was on top of this statue, whatever that is. Is that tall enough?
Well, so I mean, I'm assuming he's on like the plinth, the thing that the statue is on, and he's sort of like. I don't think he's on top of the statue. I think he's.
I don't know what it looks like. Yeah, I didn't know if
it's
that was even realistic.
Yeah, it's a statue. It's the statue itself is about probably 8 feet tall. The plinth is probably another 3, so they're pretty high. The stairs, however, go up about maybe 8 feet. So Otto could pretty easily jump from the plinth to the stairs if he wanted to.
Do you need an acrobatics check for that?
What's his bonus?
Plus 17
I think he'll be fine.
for jumping. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he'll be good.
Okay, so that's not a 5 foot, so that means I'm still only going to get a bite with him.
Yeah.
Correct?
No, well, with the acrobatics, yeah, you'd have to expend a move action to jump up there. So he would just do a single attack. Yeah.
I'm going to jump in now. Go ahead, mark me as an 18 initial.
Okay.
He's still flat-footed too, right?
No,
Did he attack?
he got his glaive out. And
Oh, he was ready. Yeah.
does a 19 hit?
A 19 does not.
Okay. That's it.
All right. So I don't even know where we are now. Gatto's going to go. I'm going to have to reschedule you here. All right, Gatto, what are you doing?
Looking back here, do I see a door?
You shouldn't. Hold on a second.
Do I see any way of getting into the building from back here?
Hold on a second. Let me check real quick. No, you don't.
No door, no window or anything? Okay.
Yeah, nothing like that. I mean, just the back of the building. So this building itself is kind of like, you suspect that it's at one point it was some sort of church.
Right.
some sort of cathedral. In this case, it is you don't see any doors there or anything like that. You don't see people. I mean, it's just like sort of the back of this building.
Okay, and I'm still being stealthy.
Okay, give me a stealth roll when you get a moment. Lothar, you are up.
So run is 3 or 4 times movement.
So if you have heavy armor, it's 3 times. If you have light armor, if you have heavy or medium armor, it's 3 times. If you have light armor, it's 4 times.
Okay, so I'm going to run straight forward, which would give me a move of 60. So I don't know with this gap thing you've got going on.
Gets you about halfway. So just put yourself sort of like right there on the border between dark and light.
Right there?
Yeah, and we'll just say that you're 60 feet away. Okay, you going to do anything from there? Spells or whatnot?
Give me just a second.
Those aren't legitimate things.
Well, how far? Well, I just moved 60. This thing says 50, and I was 10 feet from it. So literally 60 should put me on the edge of the map, right?
So we're about where you guys were before is about 120 feet away from the stairs. So you're about halfway to the stairs. Most everybody else is further along.
Right, but I wasn't going towards the stairs. I was just going straight up. So I was here.
You're
right?
about 60 feet from Farina.
Okay, I was here. Wait, that's not the right button. Sorry. I was here. And if these are 5, it's 5, 10, and then 50. So 60 would have put me basically at the edge of the map.
Correct.
Which would
well,
mean,
sort of. I mean, it's like halfway there. So you still have 50 feet to go, 60 feet to go.
Well, I don't understand. I was 10 feet from the thing that says 50. And I moved 60. Why would I only be halfway to the edge of the map if it were 60 feet to the edge of the map? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just using the edge of the map as sort of a dividing line. It's not necessarily an accurate representation of the distance from where you guys were. Because
what Chuck is saying, I thought that's what Chuck is saying. He should be 40 feet into the map if he was 10 feet back from the edge.
Well, no, because I get it. It's okay. That's all I'm going to do for now.
Okay. Flashheart. You see what I'm saying, Chuck? Though I mean, it's the map up until the point you actually get close enough where you're on the dark part of the map. It's sort of like much farther away.
Right, but I guess what I'm getting at is this little green stuff that says 50. That's got to be greater than 50 to go with what you're saying, because I was 10 feet from it. If you follow the parallel of the line, I was 10 feet from where it says 50, and I moved.
Oh
60,
yeah, no,
which should have been that 10.
It's much farther than 50.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I got. Is that the difference between that and that was not as it's represented on the map.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize that actually said 50.
And you didn't draw that, so it's okay.
I drew that. I thought you said 50, so I drew that.
50 yards.
Right. So it's Don's fault.
Okay, it's 50 yards.
It's Don's fault, which is why we say dragon.
It wasn't clear if it was an African or European swallow either.
So no, I get what you're saying now, and it makes sense. So I'm going to stop where I am.
Okay.
Is that the succubus with their riding crop, or
no? That was the dragon showing up and smacking him in the face. All right. Okay. Cool. Flashheart, you're up.
Which really sucks when he's trying to stealth.
All right. So I am doing a full charge here. I'm as per my new Chica's request here. I am going to sense evil as I'm charging, and I'm going to assume that I sense super evil.
Yes. In fact, you would say that these guys are. You got to back up a little bit. You can't just roll over this guy unless that's what you want to do. If you want to like bull rush him. Yeah, no, they're. I mean, you get the same sense of evil as you got from the other guy. This is another anti-paladin.
Then I'll give her big time.
Okay.
Big time evil.
All right. So remind me something on
one
that
attack.
Attack.
You get one attack at +2 to hit, -2 to your AC on your
AC is -2 until next round.
I'll enjoy this plus with my new level 8. Enjoy this +2 to hit. There you go.
Oh, that's a hit.
All right. So D8. 1 second.
Oops, sorry.
think that's right. 16.
16 points of damage. Ooh. Helps if I know how to type a 16. Radiance, just like you hear it singing, the Iomedean nature of the blade, just like, oh, as it's cleaving into the shoulder of this anti-paladin. You can feel the sense of evil coming back up through the sword as it sort of slices down into the man's flesh, and he lets out, as he feels that Iomedean power, coursing through him. Fletcher.
I'm humming the Star Trek matter-antimatter song while I'm doing it here. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, Les, can I get to this square?
Sure.
Can I get there and still attack?
Yeah, I think so from where you are. Yeah, because you ran up there and cut most of the thing. You'll get just a single attack, though.
Single attack is good enough.
And then you're going to be like swinging hammer?
Swinging the hammer and...
Over the top of Otto?
Yes.
All right. Does it have reach?
No. So is Otto is he in the square?
Otto's a square,
next to him? I'll go back. Hold on.
Yeah.
So this square can't attack the guy. The one next to Flashheart, I still can't attack.
Well, no. He's positioned himself in this doorway to keep you guys from coming in. So he's basically, in fact, he's got a reach weapon. So Flashheart, so here's the thing. Flashheart, you may have drawn an attack of opportunity. You would have actually.
Yeah, he would have.
Flashheart, if you go to that space, you might draw one too if he hadn't used it at Flashheart, but I think he would have used it at Flashheart because Flashheart was charging.
Yeah.
So
That's why Flashheart's wearing the heaviest armor.
So he would get a...
What's the AC bonus for caramel sauce?
I think it's +4 deliciousness.
Yeah.
27 to hit on Flashheart.
Well, with the -2, then yes, that's a hit.
Ooh, a nice strike.
Blood for blood, paladin versus
And
anti-paladin.
as his glaive goes into your flesh, he feels your goodness, and now the game is afoot.
All right, what's the damage?
15 points of damage.
Ow.
Glaive.
So 15. Okay, thank you.
All right, sorry, Fletcher. You go ahead and move to where you were going. Sorry, we wanted to get that.
Okay, but to confirm, there's no point in coming here because I still can't attack.
You can't attack from there, no. But you might be able to throw Otto off the stairs, get him out of the way, and then you would be able to attack.
I'll just kind of camp behind the tank here and...
Yeah, go kick the tiger. Let's see how that goes.
Dan,
and I'll just stay here for now.
Dan, you can delay until Farina goes.
Yeah, there you go.
Otto's going to move, and then you get another shot.
Oh, yeah, let's
There
do
you
that
go.
then.
Let's
I'll
do
delay until Otto goes.
All right, so you're going on delay. All right, Fletcheroo. Next up is Arushalae.
Okay.
She has gotten confirmation that this is an evil creature from Flashheart.
Okay, so she's shooting.
Ooh.
Not very good rolls either.
Not very good rolls, but 2 hits. So those arrows just go shoom, shoom, shoom. 2 of those are hits, so they have AC 20.
And Doug.
And together, that would be what, 27 points? Well, no, the 18 doesn't hit.
Yeah, 27.
27. Those arrows go slamming in just without. So I have to ask because I don't have her in front. She has all the appropriate archery.
Yes.
All right, those arrows go slamming in, and he gets rocked back as these you guys are standing up there.
Nice.
Arrows just go boom, boom, and knock into this guy. He is going to take a step back. Flashheart and Ohm. He's going to take a 5-foot step back here to use his glaive. Basically use it on Flashheart. Flashheart and Ohm, give me a quick perception check. Actually, I don't even know if it warrants a check. He yells out just moments after the you would hear it. Moments after the arrows hit him, and he staggers backwards to get some space to bring his glaive around to be Flashheart. He yells out, "Attackers! Crusaders! We have intruders! Help me! To my aid! Help me!" He tries to attack you. with his glaive. 5-foot step. He gets 2 attacks with it too. First one 22. Second one gonna be different than a 22. 1 second. 11.
That's what they call the big nope ski.
Oh, no hits. He's knocked backwards by Arushalae's arrows, and it fucks up his attacks. Ohm.
You can get that Verm.
Yeah, maybe. I got a 5-foot step and full attack.
Yeah, you have a reach weapon too. He does not get an attack of opportunity on you, does he? Because you're just
No, because he didn't move through it. He just moved into it.
19 is a miss. I'm sorry, dude. 21 is a hit.
2d6.
Well, that should be a death then.
It could be. Yeah, it definitely is. So you see Ohm with his own magical hammer come flipping through there. He swings over the top of Otto and just clonks this guy right in the jaw. Boom, he goes down. And I believe, you haven't hit this guy yet, have you?
Well, he vermed him.
He vermed him.
Damn.
Gets a verm.
Damn, and I had the magic missiles already.
Now, we've cleared the door so Fletcher can just run right over our heads, right, and dive into the room.
So, yeah. So, at this point, so that guy had positioned himself in a way so that he could sort of block the door. You heard him yell out, so there are other guys coming. But yeah, that door is open right now.
I was still waiting until after Farina, so I'll wait.
All right, you're going to continue to wait. Farina, you see Lothar coming up behind you as he's lumbering with his coming towards you.
Okay, so I'm sending Otto in along the wall, and I'm. Whoops, sorry.
Oh, easy there, Scott.
That was an honest mistake. And that's his stealth.
Exactly what Scott would say.
All right, so he's doing a 28 stealth.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
And jumping through walls.
He's basically
All right.
what I'm wanting him to do is I'm wanting him to look and listen and pass me information as I travel down the outside wall.
All right, let me read to you the room flavor text so that you can understand the room that you're in. So in here, you see a short flight of stairs flanked by 2 statues leads up into a 30-foot wide opening in the northern in the wall. Beyond which, the worked stone of the large chamber is lit by flickering red torches. The ceiling rises up to 30 feet. The room is dominated by a floor-to-ceiling statue of a goat-headed demonic figure seated in a lotus position on a 7-foot-high stone platform, also flanked by statues against the northern wall. So that's what you see here is that huge, like 25 feet high statue. So this is what, remember I said it had sort of like this weird cathedral minaret kind of thing? This is the room you're in. So it's very high ceiling, and in it is this statue of the goat-headed demon, which you, frankly, would immediately recognize as Baphomet. There's a couple of statues on here. You can see there's stairs going up to that thing. And Flashheart and Ohm, give me a quick perception check.
I'm going to roll a perception for Otto, too. I want to see if he hears anything at that door that he's by.
Okay. So is that Otto?
Yep.
So you're talking about this door here?
Yeah.
Yes.
That door is about 8 feet higher up than Otto. So where Otto is now, he's sort of in a channel between this platform. So you see the lighter colored stone here?
Yeah, I understand.
That's that platform. So you can see these are stairs that lead up to it. That door is leading off of the platform. It goes into that wall.
So Otto has to come up here. Is that what you're saying? To listen
To it, yeah.
Okay, that's where I'll put him. He had a 25.
So he's just going to jump up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Flashheart and 26.
Okay, Farina hasn't moved yet. And Otto, so with the 25, Otto didn't hear anything behind the door? Perception?
I had a 17, so if Otto doesn't hear it, I don't hear anything probably.
So the 17 for you is to see those doors up on the platform.
Okay.
Flashheart, you don't immediately see those doors. You see Otto jump up there, but you don't see the door immediately. You see the door over here. There's another one, sort of a complementary door on the other side. Otto is listening. He rolled a 25. He hears the sound of So a couple of things. So here's the sound of what he would characterize to you as metal, like armor moving. He also smells food.
Okay.
Wow, that worked fast. They're getting our feats ready for us already.
And then I've got a question. So Farina moved her first movement of 30.
Okay.
If she moves her second move, can she still shoot an arrow with a double move and then shoot one arrow?
No.
Okay. So then she's going to creep up on the corner and peer around.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll put you to the edge there. Let's have that stealth check. 24. All right, let me do a quick perception. Okay. So you peer around the corner and you see an armored man, obviously one of these Templars. He's sitting on a set of stairs, and his glaive is sort of like leaning up against the wall, and he's eating an apple.
Okay.
But he's just sitting on the stairs. Now, all of his stuff is within grasping range, but he's just sitting there eating an apple. He seems completely oblivious to everything that's going on.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Fletcher, did you say you wanted to go after Farina?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm going to move into here.
Switch you to 19.5.
And just in case, I'm going to go a little stealthy.
Okay. Give me stealth roll. $16. All right. So you are, where are you going? I don't even see.
Just inside the door to the right.
Just inside the door to the right. All right. And you're doing a 16 stealth roll. Okay, perfect. All right. Gatto is next. So Gatto, you are around the back of the building. You don't see any people. But now give me a perception check. You actually see what looks to be an armored man sort of sitting down on a small flight of stairs, leaning against the building. You can see part of his back. You're not sure what he's doing, but he's definitely sitting down.
Here, or is it here?
He's this guy over here.
Okay.
Didn't he beat Farina's stealth by 1?
Yeah, but he can't. He's not in line of sight of her. He can't see her.
I'm not seeing Farina.
Not from there. He's not.
I'm done.
All right, Lothar. So you're about 60 feet away from the corner.
From the corner of the building?
Yeah.
So how far could I move in? Let's see, if I do a double move, I can't do anything else, right?
So what's your base movement? Is it 30?
It's
20.
Right.
So in this case,
where could I get with a 20?
What kind of armor are you wearing? Do you wear heavy armor?
Yes.
Okay. So at a run, it would be triple. That would be 60. You can get to here.
Well, no, but then I wouldn't be able to act, right?
You would not be able to act.
So how far could I get from where I am?
So you'd still be 20, based on what Gus just did, you'd still be 20 feet off the map.
With my base movement.
Yeah, with move of 20, you'd still be 20 feet off the map.
So a double move would put me where?
Right on the edge of the map.
Like there?
You just moved me further away.
Right, but then the map is now the map is now to scale for you.
With a double move, you still can't act, though, right? Isn't that what you guys?
Right.
So
why not do a run?
Yeah. So with a run, put me where I could get running.
That's where I put you.
Okay, and then I'm gonna back myself off 1.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get to there.
Okay.
And that's where I'm gonna stop.
Catch your breath.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna heave and hold my side and try not to vomit.
You see Flashheart and Ohm and Fletcher going in the building. You also see Farina, who seems to have stopped and is like peering around the back.
Right.
So you see all these guys.
Yes, and I almost have everybody within the 50-foot radius I'm looking for.
Okay. All right, cool. Flashheart.
All right. I come bursting into the building. Let's see. Why can't I grab my guy? Oh, because I'm trying to do it off the. I keep doing that, trying to grab it off the Zoom. All right. So I'm gonna come. Otto's covered that door there, and I'll come to support Otto, knowing that Fletcher's right behind me, along with Ohm.
All right. So
this
you
is a,
run in,
this
you
is
run
this
up
is
the
a
stairs.
go-ahead statue, whatever.
Baphomet, yeah.
Right. I will spit on it as I go by. I'll be back to desecrate you later, statue.
Give me a quick perception check.
Because desecration is always on the table.
Always on the
Desecration
table.
is always on the table.
Yeah.
You think there might be like a little sort of like sneak around. So the way the statue is set up, you think there might be a space behind it that you can sort of wedge yourself back in there.
Okay. Why would I do that? Oh, you said there might be somebody in there.
It could be. Yeah, you don't know. You don't see anybody back there, but you're just recognizing that you could get behind that. You think that there's a way to get behind the statue.
And there's a door that Otto's clawing at.
Well, he's more like listening at it.
There's no clawing going on.
You see him sort of like sniffing at it, kind of.
I detect evil to right here.
There's definitely some evil back there.
It's hard to say if it's the okay. All right. So that was one move. I guess I can move back there and get stabbed, or I can wait for other people to arrive. I'm going to go into a defensive position here and wait.
All right. So you're just like ah.
I'm guarding Otto's flank. Make sure he doesn't get stabbed by something popping out there.
Gotcha. Okay. Top of the order.
It's midnight here.
Oh, geez, is it really? All right. Do you guys want to do one more round, or do you want to stop here?
I defer.
One more round.
One more round.
One more round. All right.
Just say it's 11 here.
I don't know, Matt. You in for one more round?
Yeah, I can do one more.
All right. Arushalae.
She's gonna get to right here and then just kind of peer in and.
All right, so she sees all this thing. She sees the giant statue of Baphomet, which she immediately recognizes as Baphomet. And then, there's other statues of various kinds of things which she doesn't recognize. She sees Flashheart up there by the statue, and Fletcher sort of around the corner there. But you don't see any combatants.
Okay. She's gonna not call loudly, but just since they're only about 20 feet apart, tell Flashheart, please keep calling out the evil ones.
Okay. Oh, there's something definitely behind the statue.
All right. My turn. Hold on a second. I got to do something real quick because things have just gotten a little bit more complicated.
Anybody remember what Bardos' alignment was? It was like neutral good or something, right?
I think
it wasn't evil.
Chaotic evil.
No, there was a prerequisite of this campaign. We all had to start with good characters except Don. He was grandfathered into the end of the evil.
He was away on that meeting.
Missed the memo.
Yeah.
I started later.
Yeah. The evil expansion pack.
I'm not evil.
All right.
Decided.
Second.
Good.
All right. So we are back here. So, all right. Kind of like coming in, and all of a sudden you see over here like these little curtained areas. Suddenly, those curtains are drawn back, and out pop several dudes.
Dude.
The big reveal.
Wow. From each side, who kind of like blow those curtains back. They come through, and they're like, "These must be them," that kind of thing. And
you think?
they come charging out to come get you. One of them will come here. You can hear this one's yell out, that's the heretic! This one comes around behind Flashheart from the down of the thing. And these two dudes come here and take spaces at Fletcher. They're each going to get one attack with their Glaveroos.
I assume that's because they saw me. My stealth.
Oh yeah, let me do that. What was your stealth roll? You remember?
16.
Yeah, I saw you.
Okay.
All right, so
I got my underwear down.
That's it. All right, so first roll against Arushalae, glaive attack, 19. How about it? Is that a hit?
No.
Okay. Second roll, glaive attack against Flashheart, 26. Does that get you? That get you, buddy?
He's on higher ground. He should have a bonus, shouldn't he?
Who's that, me?
Yeah, that's you.
If I don't have any other bonuses, a 26 I believe will hit. But I don't think my armor class went up for good leveling. So yeah, 26 will hit.
Usually.
9 points of glaive damage.
Ow.
Fletcher, 2 on you. 29 and natty 20. Let's try that one again. 26 to confirm.
Yeah. Yep, they'll both hit.
Oh, that's a confirmed crit.
Woot, woot.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Illendar saving you a seat.
All right, let's do the regular damage first. Let's go ahead and just crank it out. 9 points from the regular guy.
I'm sorry.
Man alive. All right.
I just got eaten.
Bone manager.
Are you snorting Jello?
Can't speak. My third gin and tonic. I'm just like, nah. Bone Masher is called. Target suffers max plus bonus and either D3 dex damage or half speed, leg, or D3 strength damage, arm. Limb is useless until healed. So here's what we're going to do. Is a DC 25 fortitude save negates the limb damage. But
just in case, higher ground does give him +1 to his AC.
Oh, that doesn't.
So Flashheart got missed then.
No, he hit me.
But I didn't.
Okay.
I got hit.
Go ahead and roll a fortitude save, DC 25.
What do you mean I got missed?
According to the rule Don found it, that's the C one.
Trade 195
right.
on higher ground, you get +1 to your AC.
Oh, then I would have got missed.
All right, we'll take that damage back then.
I'm on it. Thank you, Don.
All right, for Fletcher, however, I'm going to roll a percentile die, half and half, to determine whether he hit you in the leg or he hit you in the arm. So I'm going to say 50 and below
His leg.
51 and higher, arm. 87. That's arm. So now we're going to go left arm, right arm. Below 50, left arm. Above 50, right arm. Right arm. Hit you in your right arm. I'm assuming you're right-handed.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's going to be problematic.
I think you should roll again to see if he's right arm or left-handed.
So you take D3 strength damage from getting hit in that arm. So let's go ahead and roll that. So one point of strength damage. But the hurty bit is limb is useless until healed. So you get, if you are indeed right-handed, which I assume you are, you have to take the offhand penalty, which I believe is -4.
Well, you use a two-handed weapon, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, I always switch two hands.
So
not anymore. That arm is useless until healed. So you can't fight with a two-handed weapon, and you have to use the offhand penalty, which I believe is -4 on your attack rolls for the rest of the thing. Can you swing that hammer one-handed?
The hammer is actually a one-hand weapon, so yeah.
Okay, so you can swing it one-handed. So you have basically you switched hands with it as your right arm is dangling useless down at your side. So so you also take, well, let's just go ahead and do the damage, which is max damage, which in this case is 17, plus bonus, which is my roll, which will be 17 plus 17. So
Really, Les?
34 points of damage, and your arm is broken.
Okie doke.
Ow.
You had to roll max on every roll, and I rolled min.
I did. Also, Flashheart, you see, you sort of look around, you see this guy down at the bottom of the stairs, at which point you also see a glaive blade come out from behind the statue and try to stab you. It misses, but it's somebody just tried to stab you from behind there. You can't see who it is. Oh, you're up.
Is there a mass raise dead spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, necromancers use it. It's called animate dead.
All right. So I can see. I might not see. You need a perception to see if Fletcher is. If I can tell that he's hurt.
He probably screamed.
Like a girl.
Like a cat.
All right. So is that a perception?
That's a perception to see if I know that Fletcher.
You're right there. Yeah, you could see him. I mean, you could see him struggling to sort of switch arms with the hammer. You can see his right arm is just hanging down, and he just got stabbed really hard by those guys.
All right, I'm gonna go to there.
Okay.
Tell him to stand down. Go find the healer.
Go find the healer.
And then I get one attack.
Oh, which one are you attacking? The one by Flashheart or the one in front of Fletcher?
Fletcher.
Or frankly, the one to your left, which would you could probably that one.
This one.
All right.
I'm going to activate Vital Strike.
Okay.
So that's a plus 11.
That's a hit.
All right.
Boom! He nails him.
So here's regular damage.
Okay.
And then that is the Vital Strike.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep, that's all I got.
Boom! That hurt him bad. Probably more than half his hit points as he gets just clocked by this dwarf with his hammer. Kaboom! He staggers backwards, almost falls on those stairs. Farina, what about you? You are around there. You can hear now the sounds of combat, and this guy is sort of like looking around. You can see him like, what is all the noise?
So,
He throws the apple core down and grabs the glaive, and he starts looking around.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step for some reason.
Oh, you got to get it down underneath that thing is in the way.
Underneath where?
Here.
Go around.
Right.
I went around.
There.
Okay, so 3 arrows.
You just step out and just like boom, 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 right at him.
Boom, boom, and did anything hit yet?
They both hit.
Boom.
All 3 hits.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Let's see if you can pull a one round kill out of this.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Are we calling it for a night? I'm falling asleep.
You're coming up in a minute.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm holding on. I'll bite down.
I'm holding on.
All right.
Why don't we let him go after her and then we'll.
Yeah.
23, 38 points of damage. He is thrown back against the wall, and as these arrows just go slamming into him, hitting all of the corners and creases, and blood just pouring out of that from behind that armor. Fletcher.
Do I see Gatto? Do I see Gatto?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, and then Otto's going to move. I'm just going to move Otto so he can be a better flank for Ohm. Okay?
Okay, so you were running across the platform and down the stairs?
I'll run behind Flashheart's
Like,
occupied square and get over there, yeah.
Okay, so like to here.
I can do that so you can get to Matt. And I'll roll a perception check too, and you can get back to me after you take care of Matt.
Okay. Fletcher, you're up.
Well, we were going to let Flashheart go next.
Okay, Flashheart, you go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna hit this Baphomedian right this guy right here.
Baphomedian's down the stairs from you. He's definitely trying to stab you. But a glaive blade just came out from behind the Baphomet statue and tried to stab you.
Oh, okay.
But you can take a 5-foot step forward and get away from that too.
Yeah, I'll do that. So 5-foot step forward will be what? I didn't mean to go there. Right there.
No, I was thinking, which guy are you striking at?
God damn it, it's hard to move. I was trying to get the one upstairs.
Yeah, so
you would probably just go down
move to that green.
Why is that
circle.
moving? Okay.
There you go.
There we go. All right, I'm gonna hit this guy.
5-foot step, full attack.
Full attack.
That first one looks like it hit.
Did I roll something?
Somebody did.
That's a reaction. Arushalae calls out, "Is he evil?"
That roll, that 36 is a perception from Farina.
Okay.
Oh, fumble.
Sneaking up on these guys.
What the hell? Well, maybe not a fumble.
The 24 is not a fumble, but so it's not a confirmed fumble, but it is a miss.
Right.
All right, so you did miss.
Arushalae does call out or yells out, "Is he evil?"
Yeah, he's evil.
Yes.
Everything in here is evil.
The whole room is evil.
He hasn't said that.
I know.
Plus, I got a bite too. I was just wanting to get Matt through.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it. All right, good night, all.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
That would have been Otto's bite. I don't know if that.
hey, Matt, you still there?
Yes. What's up?
Don't forget the ability score increase.
Don't forget. I heard background noise. Don't forget what?
You get a +1 to one of your ability scores at 8th level. That's not necessarily.
Okay.
When you redo your character.
I got it. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Bye.
All right, so that's Otto's attack with flanking. That's a hit. So he manages to bite this guy from behind.
Okay, I'll roll damage and then I'm done.
All right. All right, go back to Fletcher.
So per Ohm's advice, I come limping out a lot like Igor.
Okay.
Cleric, remember that heal potion I gave you?
So you come running down the stairs and out towards there where you see Lothar sort of heading north or kind of looking around. He's kind of stopped there, right, Lothar?
Yeah, I'm stopped here.
Okay. And Fletcher comes running up to you. He looks, there's something wrong with his arm. It looks broken, and he's pretty injured. You can tell that he's been cleaved a bit. Farina, you see Gatto. Gatto, you can tell that she sees you. She just arrowed that guy that you were looking at, though.
I was being stealthy.
Yeah, I know, but she nailed it. She got like a 36 on her perception.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell him that he's got a glaive. That's the weapon he was holding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm up.
Yep.
It's important to notice whether or not he knows I'm there.
He does not know you're there.
I'm using. Oh, now I'm scotting it. Hold on.
Excuse me.
I'm trying to get above this here.
So you're
I'm
running
using my mobility.
Okay.
You come in here.
Okay.
Do one attack.
Okay. No. Is that a natty 1? So you roll to confirm the fumble. Oh, that's a confirmed fumble! You're not going anywhere, bud. Spinning swing. You are sickened for D4 rounds. So let's just go to see sickened again because it's like you can't tell. I think it's -2 on everything is sickened.
I think it is -2. And with a spinning thing, it sounds like I would not finish my move back.
You would not. So So you are there. Missed him, fumbled, sickened, -2 penalty on all attack rolls, weapon damage, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
For how long?
D4 rounds. So let's just go ahead and roll
Go ahead and roll
it. 3 rounds.
Okay, I got a 3 marked on me.
All right, cool. Lothar.
All right, so the barbarian comes limping over looking forlorn.
He looks hurt. His arm looks broken.
So now you suddenly want to know where I am. You never talk to me. You never send me letters. Now all of a sudden, I'm your best friend. So it's sort of an out of character sort of gaming thing. His injury is until he is healed.
Correct. Yeah. Basically, his right arm is broken.
What constitutes?
You can hand me the heal potion if you want.
Well, wait. What constitutes until he's healed? So if I burst,
I don't think a potion would do it.
No, but if I burst and it heals him,
that would work.
That would constitute him being healed.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And then everybody in my party who is injured is within the radius, and I will exclude the bad guy that's hurt, and then I'll burst.
Do you know that guy's there?
Well, I can exclude bad guys. I don't know if I have to know they're there.
You have to know they're there to exclude them.
Well, he's evil. He can't be healed by positive energy.
Yeah, he can.
Yes, he can. He's not undead.
He's not undead.
He's a human. So, yeah.
Okay, well, screw it. I guess he gets it too.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
And in typical Lothar fashion, he gets.
Can we have less roll?
Want me to roll it? You want me to roll it?
Well, here's the thing. Your arm is healed.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't re-roll it.
For purposes of that, you're fixed. You didn't get a great deal of healing, but neither did the bad guy.
Neither did the bad guy.
Okay,
you guys are going to hold on to this one.
Yeah,
in particular because we didn't give the bad guy a lot of healing.
So 11 points to everybody, and your arm is no longer a problem.
No, arm is no longer a problem. All right.
Arushalae would get that too, right?
Yes.
Yes, she would if she's injured.
She's not undead.
Yeah, she's not undead. That's probably a new feeling for her.
What is this?
So yeah, Flashar would get that too. So I'll plus 11 him.
Yeah, everybody would get it.
Good point, Gordon.
Except for the 3 outside the building to the north, because they're out of range.
They're out of range, yeah. Okay. All right. I think that is it. That's the bottom of the order. We will start. So I believe next week is B team. So we will come back here. Hold on. I have this. I know this. I know the answer to this.
Is November when all the stuff changes?
November, yeah. So next week we have B. Then on the 22nd, I can't go. And then on the 29th, we're back to A. On the 6th, I'm out because of Archon. And then once we hit October, that's when we begin the new schedule. So 13 October, second week of October is A, then B, then A, then C. Our first C meeting will be 3 November. It will be the first Traveler. Session 0 for Traveler.
Okay.
We'll be on 13 November. So next week, B, then we're off the week after, then A again, and then we're off again.
All right. Night, guys.
All right.
Night, everybody.
Thanks, you guys. This is awesome.
Hang on a little bit less.
Yeah.
You're out next Friday?
This Friday coming up?
I don't know.
You're out for the next 2 Fridays or 3 Fridays.
I think you are, yeah. Okay.
What day, wait, let me check. Today's the 8th. You mean Friday the 13th?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm out for the next 4 Fridays in a row.
Okay.
So for a month. I won't see you guys for a month. Which I'm never going to get to show you my new room.
It's just not right.
So Don, you may have to just come and pick me up on one of the Archon days so I could just show you what's going on in there.
That might work anyway, yeah, because we were talking about carpooling, just to stuff.
I'm already piling up a bunch of shit against the wall. It's like, am I going to need a bag of tools? Yeah, probably. I better bring those. Gaffer State, better order some. Yeah, I'm gonna have so much shit. All right, thank you, dudes. This was awesome. And
Okay.
we'll.
I need to chat with you for a little bit less.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.